The head, the tail, the whole damn thing.
Welcome once again to The Head, the Tail, the Whole Damn Thing with industry professionals Mike D. McCarthy and James Knight. Today's episode, Pet Sematary and Bring Her Back. I'm recording on location, Casablanca, Morocco. What you hear in the background is the Hassan II Mosque call to prayer. It's called Casablanca, which is Spanish and a little strange, but that's because the Portuguese named it that. The sailors, long ago when they would sail by, there was a white mosque that they would call White House Casablanca. That's it for today. Take it away, boys.
No, a lot of people say that Pet Sematary is like their favorite Stephen King novel, or at least in like their top 3 or top 5 or something.
Sure.
I've actually never read it.
Oh.
No, I mean, I would say I haven't read a lot of Stephen King, but I've read like 10 books because I read the whole Dark Tower series, and then I've read The Stand, It, and The Talisman, which were all pretty fucking awesome. Yeah. Except for that part in It where they run train on the little girl. This is so fucking weird.
Anyway. That's a really fucked up, disturbing scene.
Did you ever notice when people complain about the end of It? Like when I finally read that book.
No one brings that up?
Yeah, I read that book when I was in my 30s, and I had seen the TV series or whatever, and it was like, oh, I don't like the end of It because it's a big, stupid, giant spider, and people talk about the book, but like, that is not the worst part of the end. No. The worst part of the end is when all the kids decide that to defeat the evil, they all have to have sex with the girl, and they're like 12 years old. It's fucking weird.
It is
so weird.
So awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember reading that on the subway in New York and just like my mouth hanging open, like, what in the fuck am I reading right now?
What? No.
Yeah. Yes. Mark Wahlberg. But no, what about you? Top 3, top 5, Pet Sematary? What do you think?
You know, I definitely think The Shining and The Stand are like kind of number 1 and 2. I'm also really into Christine.
Ooh, Christine. Oh, sleeper pick.
I love Christine. I think Christine is great. I mean, I love the movie too, but I like the book even more. And I'm actually kind of excited that they're remaking the movie. Not that there's anything wrong with Carpenter's version. I think Carpenter did a great version. I mean, there's always certain things that are in the book that are not in the movie.
Sure,
but
of course.
For the movie, it was because they couldn't afford it. The Robert Prosky character from the junkyard, he sees Christine comes in all smoky and burnt up in the movie, and he's like cute, quizzical, and walking up to it and like, what's going on? The door opens and he kind of gets in. I mean, like you would do that. I don't know. I don't think you would. But he gets into the car like, oh, the car's opening the door for me. Why not? I'll sit in there. And he's got like that grizzled old fucking
An open door's an invitation.
Exactly. Thank you, vampire. So he gets in and sits down, and then the seat starts adjusting itself forward, and then the steering wheel starts adjusting itself backwards, and it's like click, 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 until he's like, and crunched a little bit, which is kind of a really dumb, cheap way to kill somebody in that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, you could come up with some way cooler shit, but in the book, he's in his house, and it comes driving through his house, crashes through his house, and like, I think smashes him against what's left of the stairs.
Awesome.
Which is cool. Yeah. But they couldn't afford to do that because that movie was already expensive to buy all the cars that they were doing. Yeah. And then they did those real cool mechanical effects where they welded shit to the inside of the car and hydraulically pulled the fenders, like crunched them in and then shot it in reverse. Come on, that's fucking great.
Reverse. It is great. I mean, any effect in that movie, I'm going to give a pass to because that one in particular is just like so awesome.
Yeah. Now, I am looking forward to this remake. Is it Mike Flanagan, I think, that's doing it?
Maybe. He wants to do, I want to do every Stephen King project.
That's a spot-on Flanagan.
Yeah. I mean, he has dealt with some of them very well in the past.
Sure.
But we'll see. We'll see. I also heard they're going to make The Talisman into a movie as well. they've been talking about that forever, but if they ever get around to
that deserves to be done into a movie.
That could be a good TV series too, actually, because that one is so epic.
Yeah,
it travels.
Salem's Lot is a great book too.
Yeah, no, again, there's a number of big ones that I haven't read. Salem's Lot is one of them, and Pet Sematary is another one that I haven't actually read. But
getting back to Pet Sematary. Pet Sematary is a good book.
I'm sure that it suffers from the page to the screen, as all of them do, but...
not as much as you'd think, actually.
Okay. Well, I do have a little bit of a write-up here.
A little Pet Sematary opener?
1989, directed by Mary Lambert, as we said, with Dale Midkiff.
You want me to cue up some music for you?
And
what do you got?
Fred Gwynn. Yeah, I'm going to try and do my best Maina here, so go ahead and give me something with a little of that clam chowder flavor.
Okay.
Pet Sematary is a movie about what happens when you don't build a fence. Needn't I say more?
You're right.
Yeah. All right, then. Dr. Lewis Creed moves into a new house in Ludlam, Maine, with his wife and 2 young kids. He's taken a job at the University of Maine Medical Center, a place where people have no basic idea about first aid, or why you shouldn't carry a person who was just hit by a car up 4 flights of stairs. If it's not enough that our doc is haunted by ghosts of folks he couldn't save, things take a turn for the worse when his daughter's cat is found dead at the side of the road. I should have built a fence there, Lewis, or at least kept the kitty indoors. In any case, Lewis's neighbor and the real villain of this piece, Judd Crandall, is there to show him the ancient Micmac burial ground. Just bury the kitty in there, and everything is put back to rights. I mean, other than the complete psychotic zombie that it returns as. Now, seriously, what the fuck, Judd? It's a cat. Just let it go. Well, things get even worse for our doctor when the family's youngest, a toddler named Gage, chases a kite string across the street and goes from cute as a button to flat as a pancake when he's taken out by an 18-wheeler maximum overdrive style. Well, you can see where this is going. The doc takes his boy's body to the Micmac burial ground, and it's Micmac paddywhack, raise him from the dead. As Judd relates in the story, though, sometimes dead is better. Wise words, Judd. Wise words. Maybe you could have dropped that pearl before you showed the doc the burial ground in the first place, you Herman Munster-looking son of a bitch. At its best, Pet Sematary is about loss, grief, and the extreme lengths we go to when trauma breaks our heart. At its worst, and there's more worst in this picture than a German delicatessen, it's an uneven mess of acting and storytelling that'll leave you scratching your head about what the fuck and why the fuck any of this is happening. But perhaps I'm missing something. Tell me, Mike, do you think Pet is better?
The whole time I was watching that movie, I just kept saying to myself, Pepperidge Farm remembers. And I would just say something like, sometimes Dad is better. Dad remembers. Pepperidge Farm is better.
Pepperidge Farm is better.
So
I'm not a huge fan of this movie.
Really?
No. This movie, I think...
I'm a little shocked, honestly, because we are complete opposite ends.
Okay, great. Mm-hmm. I love it. This movie is one that I have seen in chunks most of the time. I've seen the beginning plenty of times. I've seen the ending plenty of times. I've seen a lot of clips from this movie. I've watched all sorts of things about this movie. I've talked about this movie, but I'm not sure I ever sat down and watched this whole thing from start to finish until just recently when I was watching it for the review.
Okay.
And I think, now, you're older than I am, but for a lot of people
you don't got to rub it in.
Who are like my age particularly, because this came out when I was 12 years old.
Sure.
This was like an intensely frightening movie for kids my age.
Yeah.
Because we were just old enough to kind of like sneak the VHS or whatever and watch it. And things like her sister Zelda, the Achilles tendon cut in this. Oof. Like that had a lot of people I remember growing up with being like, oh my God, have you seen that? It's so awful. I'll twist your back like mine so you can never get out of bed again.
Zelda's creepy.
Zelda is creepy.
I love creepy. I love Zelda. I mean, I don't want to marry Zelda or anything, but, you know, unless it's Zelda Rubinstein, then maybe. This house is clean.
That
That's
house
right.
is not clean.
Get back in there, Zelda, and keep cleaning. I got to get a maid named Zelda. Just so she can say that. I'm like, yeah. All right, you're good. Money's on the dresser.
That's right. You don't get paid until you say it, Zelda. So, tell me about it then. You like this movie.
I do like this movie. In fact, I was watching this movie going, wow, I forgot how great this movie is.
Wow. Okay.
I think it's creepy. I think it's fucked up. Yeah, every character makes the worst fucking decision in the world. And you're right. Judd is the real villain of this movie.
Yeah. Why do you ever show him that to begin with? It's just a cat, Judd.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I didn't want your daughter to lose her favorite pet.
But you know what happens.
This is a good, you did it once and your dog came back as a rabid beast that you had to put it down again. And it's like, no, Judd, she's 10 years old. It's kind of the perfect time for a kid to learn about death. I mean, I don't want anyone's pet to die, but it happens, and it's not a bad thing for a kid to go through a loss like that and talk through a loss like that. Like,
well, let me see if I can tweak your mind before we get to the end of this. Because in the book, and the movie does not even mention this at all, there is a Wendigo, and the Wendigo is at the Micmac burial ground. And the Wendigo is using its power to influence people to make the wrong decision. So the Wendigo influences Judd to tell Lewis about it. None of that's in the movie.
Yeah. You could have put it in the movie, though. Couldn't you have found a way to have like an evil spirit whispering in his ear or something?
Yeah.
They do allude to it a little bit when the ghost is helping him along the way and helping his wife get to him. Mm-hmm. You know, like, oh, they're trying to stop you from helping. There's a little bit of that in there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of this movie that I feel like maybe was inspired by the book, but is not followed through at all. And just, frankly, it had me scratching my head.
I mean, I think for the most part, it's about 75% what the book is, from what I remember.
Well,
where it really differs is there's no Wendigo in the movie. Although you apparently hear it at one point. You hear like a off in the distance.
Okay.
And I think Lewis even says, "What's that?" And Judd's like,
okay.
That's a loon.
Yeah,
don't pay no mind to that. There.
I mean, we'll do a little point by point here in a second, but like there's also a part in this movie where he's crawling up the mountainside and he looks over his shoulder and like a face appears from the shore below or whatever. Whose face is that? What is that?
I must have blinked and I missed that bit.
Oh my gosh.
Is it a human face?
Yeah, it's a human face, but it doesn't look like
It's not Pascal?
No, I don't believe so. I didn't recognize it as anybody that I'd seen in the movie, but it's not quite CGI, weird animation, maybe claymation. I don't know what the effect is, but I don't know if that was supposed to be the Wendigo or something. But anyway, I find there's a lot of missing pieces in this story.
Yeah.
And also, like I said, build a fence, dude. Build a fence.
I kept thinking that. I kept thinking, you're right in the middle of a highway. Your house is like 30 yards from the road where 18-wheelers are going 55 miles an hour. Why
at least
does neither house have a fence?
Yes, at least.
Yeah.
So when those trucks come down that road, there's a couple shots, and if you just look at the way their chassis are sort of shaking, I feel like they're going 80, 90 miles an hour.
They're hauling ass and getting paid. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, when the doctor rolls up to his house with his family, right? The new house, they're just moving in. Mm-hmm. And I think like the toddler immediately, as soon as they're distracted, starts making for the road, and here comes one of those semi-trucks, and he gets rescued by Judd Kringle.
Yeah.
Fred Gwynne, who played Herman Munster for many, many years, of course.
Yeah.
He gets rescued there. And it's like, okay, from day one, you'd have been like, let me call the fence company. Let me get somebody on this right away.
Yeah. Totally. 100%. I did not understand why. I was like, I mean, I get it. I get it for the movie.
Sure.
I understand. But if you live there, you'd totally build a fence.
Oh my God. But they do not. And Judd doesn't have one either. And those trucks are going by so fast. And those trucks are like a presence in this movie. There's plenty of times when they're in the house and you just hear the truck go by.
Whoa, racing by.
And the drivers are never paying attention. You know, they're always like blaring music and just like rocking out to the Ramones or whatever.
Yeah. Judd even mentions when he takes the whole family to show them the real Pet Sematary.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, kind of a creepy move. Let me take you on a little hike. Here's where everyone's pets have been buried.
Yeah.
Because of the road, and no one's got a fence.
Yeah, I know. No one's got a fence. There's a bunch of pets that have been killed here because of the road. This is my old dog Spot. We buried him in 1912. And I thought, how many fucking cars were on? How busy is this road? 1912? What were they like? Ooga, ooga. He just got like hit by a Model A going 12 miles an hour. Like, what was wrong with Spot, man?
What I forgot to mention is Spot was a paraplegic, and I would slowly drag him across the road, but I was a young boy.
We named him Spot because he couldn't move. He just sort of lay there like a spot on the ground.
We was going to name him Russell because I threw him in a pile of leaves at one point.
Yeah. So, we get Fred Gwynne, the neighbor. He's showing him around, showing him the Pet Cemetery. A cemetery is a place where the dead speak. Like, freaking out the little girl. Like, not for real, missy.
Don't worry about that.
And then, so they're moving in. The family's getting used to this. They've just moved from Chicago. They've got some help because you meet Missy, the housekeeper, comes in, who is plagued with a bellyache all the time, and just seems like a little bit bitter, talking to the wife, played by Denise Crosby, who would go on to play, of course, Tasha Yar in Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Yep.
Or maybe
she already. You can watch this movie.
Was she already Tasha Yar, and then she did this movie and decided she wasn't going to do Star Trek anymore, and then because she left
maybe
right around this time, I think.
Yeah, I mean, this is 89, so this is prime Next Gen Star Trek.
Yeah.
I don't got my Star Trek Next Gen dates down.
But after Judd shows him the Pet Sematary, we'll go back to the house, and they're putting Ellie to bed. Ellie is the little girl. She must be about 10 years old, maybe 8 years old, something like that.
Yeah.
And she says, now, what if Church dies? Church being the cat, of course.
Yeah.
Now, Ellie will exhibit throughout this movie that she has a bit of the shine with her, because she's always kind of foretelling the future and seems to know what's going on, even, kind of when she shouldn't.
Yeah.
And the next morning, it's going to be Lewis, Dr. Lewis Creed. It'll be his first day on the job at the University of Maine Medical Center there. Yeah. And wow, what a first day, because somebody gets hit by a car, and you get that head splayed open, skull and brain exposed effect from some guy who looks like he was just jogging on the side of the road.
Yeah.
And of course, nobody just runs and gets a doctor and brings a doctor to him. Yeah. They'll pick the dude up and they rush him up the stairs into the doctor's office.
Probably stumbling, banging his open brain into fucking doors. You're trying to hold it open with your foot. Bing, little soft spot. It's like when you pick up a newborn, you're holding a newborn baby and you're like, oh, it's so cute. And you got your hand kind of cradling the head a little bit and you're like, oh, there's kind of a soft spot there. Yep. There's that little bit of a thought of like, what if I just, how hard can I press my thumb against it?
That's where you put the straw.
That's right. Exactly. Drink them like a juice box.
But they bring this guy up there, and
it's good makeup, by the way. I'll tell you more about it when we get into it. But
this is Victor Pascow. He is not going to make it here. He will end up being a ghost that haunts, sort of guides our protagonist and later on his wife throughout this movie. I'm not exactly sure why, because he'll die on the bed that the people put him on in front of the doctor, and he says some cryptic stuff like, "The soil of a man's soul is stonier, Lewis."
That's right. Yeah.
One example, of which there will be a few, where a character says something that seems wise, then I have absolutely no fucking idea what they're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm like, what does that mean?
I can't remember if it's in the movie or if it's from the book, where the reason Pascal is helping him is because you tried to help me. But I mean, Lewis didn't really try to help him all that much. He was just kind of like,
he was
I got nothing.
Almost dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, it just shows you, if you're going to come back as a ghost, you really hope that you're dressed in like a cool outfit. You know what I mean? You want to be in like a good pair of jeans, and
you want some sunglasses on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You come back, instead this guy's got like a thin zip-up hooded sweatshirt and some coral running shorts and some dorky little shoes, running shoes. I was like, oh, this poor
White
guy.
socks pulled up.
Yeah.
Yeah, 80s style. Yeah.
So apparently he's going to help the doctor because the doctor tried to help him. So he'll come back as a ghost. He says, "I'll come to you." And that night, while the doc is asleep, sure enough, he shows up, full makeup on, and everything.
Love this makeup.
Tell me about this makeup.
Well, the special effects makeup designer was Lance Anderson. He had a small shop, and his son, Dave Anderson, worked with him, and this other guy, John Blake, at the small shop building all this stuff. There's a lot of cool things in this movie that you probably don't know are actually in the movie. Like, they did make a Gauge puppet.
Okay.
It was used for a couple of sequences here and there. And they had one on a pole that could sort of walk. And they used it when there was fire there and some other stuff. Because they can't get the little kid to do everything, right? And it's some of the stuff that the kid does that you see later is kind of gruesome, right? I think there was a puppet hand with the scalpel, for that bit.
Okay, sure. That makes sense to me.
But anyway, so the cool little brain piece, it's basically made out of urethane, and they made a couple of those, and they would just sort of glue it down to the guy's head, and then they had some prosthetic blenders they just put over the front, like a foam blender they would put over the front on his forehead to hide that. And then, of course, there was like some hair stuff and shit like that. But it's a cool little broken open skull piece with the brain, and my buddy, John Blake, he actually sculpted it and did the makeup with Lance on the set.
Well, it's definitely a good one. I mean, they use it on the poster for the movie, and
he said they did that makeup 13 times.
Oh,
that's good for like a 30, 36, 40-day shoot. That's a good amount of times, and obviously the character's in it a lot.
Yeah, he is.
I think nowadays you would probably try and block shoot that shit, right? So you would say, let's have him come to set for 3 days. Let's shoot all of his stuff in those 3 days.
Yeah.
But anyway, so you got the Gauge puppet. That's cool. You got the Pascal makeup, which is cool. I love the Zelda makeup. It's so creepy and so fucking weird. Yeah. And it's on a guy, which makes it even weirder.
Yeah, that one is strange. The back is definitely grotesque and still grotesque.
I reference that back all the time when we're designing shit at the shop.
Really?
We'll say something about a twisted back, and I'm like, oh yeah, Zelda, just like Zelda. Because it's always had sort of an effect on me as far as like, wow, that's really creepy, really cool. That's neat. I like the look of that.
Zelda, the twisted sister herself, is the wife's sister who had spinal meningitis.
She's not gonna take it.
No, she's not. And the sister has to take care of her when she's young. There's a lot of trauma in this movie.
You know what's the biggest makeup in it that you don't know is a makeup?
What's that?
It's Fred Gwynn. Fred Gwynn is wearing a paint and powder old age makeup. They made him look older than he actually is.
Oh, really?
They bleached his hair.
Oh.
He had black hair.
Really?
Yeah, so they bleached his hair to make it look like he had white hair, and then did like an old age paint and powder kind of makeup just with color and shadows and age spots and stuff like that to make him appear much older than he actually was.
It's
kidding. Brilliant because I never fucking noticed. I didn't notice at all. And when I was talking to my buddy John, he goes, yeah, it's an old age makeup. And I was like, huh? What do you mean it was an old age makeup? And he's like,
amazing.
Yeah, it was paint and powder and they bleached his hair. And I was like, fuck, I never would have guessed that. That was brilliant. It's great.
Yeah. And
So
Fred
anyway.
Gwynn is great in this movie. Like, I
Yes.
might question the character's motivations, but that's not a problem I have with his acting. That's just a problem I have with the writing of, like,
Yeah.
why are you doing this? I mean, you've given me the excuse of the Wendigo. Okay, that makes sense. I just don't think that the movie makes that very clear at all in this.
Yeah. I will agree with you on that. But getting back to the film and why I like it. I think it's a creepy movie. I think it's a well-done movie. I like the art direction of everything. I think is really good. The cat is cool and creepy. The moments with the cat, like when he's, quote, putting it down, like that was actually... That looks great because it's kind of real. They hit a cat with a sedative.
Okay, so it is. It is.
Yeah, there was a vet
I thought
on
that
set.
when I looked at that cat. I was like, that
Absolutely.
really looks real. And we have talked about dead cats pretty extensively the last few episodes.
And I'm like, this is a real cat, and they are actually doing something to it. But they had a vet on set, and this was vet supervised, and it's a sedative, and they inject the cat, and then the cat starts to nod off and go to sleep. And it works brilliantly the way the cat kind of rolls over and lulls its head, and you're like, fuck, that's creepy. So this movie is full of good creepy that actually I think works. And I think it's well shot. It's well directed by Mary. I may not love the acting, but to get that little kid Gage to do the shit that he did, also pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a cute kid. He must have been 3 years old, maybe for real.
I think he
Or
was
4.
2.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So it's hard to get a kid that young to do anything. So
Which is why they needed a puppet.
good on him for getting that much. But there's a lot of stuff in this movie where the story really sort of confounds me.
Sure.
We can get to it in a second. You know, Pascal, the ghost, he appears to the doc when he's sleeping. He leads him down to the pet cemetery, and he's like, whatever you do, don't go in there. And he points to, like, the bramble or whatever. He's trying to warn him. Like, again, everybody's like, whatever you do, don't think about pink elephants. Everyone's constantly just showing him where the thing is. but telling him not to do it.
remembers.
Yeah, the ground is sour, he says. Okay. I understand what you're saying with that one. The ground is sour. Well, of course, our doc wakes up. Oh, it was all a dream. But he's got muddy feet, just like a Nosferatu.
What? No.
Yes, Mark Wahlberg.
Well, cut to the family's leaving for Thanksgiving. You find out that the doc doesn't get along with his father-in-law, so his wife and his daughter and little Gage are going to Chicago. He's going to be home alone for Thanksgiving, and this is when he finds out that the cat has been killed. Judd gives him a call, like, I think your daughter's cat's at the side of the road. And sure enough, he goes over there and he peels the cat off of the ground.
Frozen ground.
Yep, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, it is good.
What are you going to do with it? I suppose I'll just keep it in the garage until they get home. And
I mean, why would you do that?
You know, just bury it or something, or come up with a story. I don't know. There's plenty of options, but let's do the worst one possible.
I've got an idea, Lewis.
Come with me on a walk. So they go through the pet cemetery, through the bramble that the ghost told them not to go into.
Yep.
Up a mountainside to a stone circle. Not Stonehenge style, but like a bunch of little cairns around in sort of a cryptic pattern. Oh, this is the ancient Micmac burial ground. And I brought you here to bury Ellie's cat. Why? Lewis asks. I have my reasons.
Yeah.
What fucking reasons, Judd? What are your reasons?
I get it. But the Wendigo is the reason.
I'm telling you, that's not.
But I
in the
know
movie.
you don't know. You don't know. You don't get it. People don't know. So yeah, it makes sense, and it makes Judd the real villain.
I think so.
100%.
Just keep your mouth shut, you fucking nosy mana.
Yeah. Hey, all he does all night is drink. You ever notice that? And Judd's just drinking beer all the time.
Yeah, he is.
He doesn't have a job. Like, what's he doing? Is he retired?
I think he's living his best life.
He's just sitting at home, not having a wife nag him and just drinking beer every night.
Yeah, 6 or a Budweiser a day.
Yeah.
Keeps the doctors away.
Well, too bad you're a doctor, Lewis.
They get back to the house and he's like, just keep it secret, okay? And he's like, why? Why do I have to keep it a secret? And then Judd says something about like, well, they say women are better at keeping secrets, but women don't really know a man's heart, a man's soul, because the soil and a man's soul is stonier.
That's right.
Which this is exactly what the ghost said. So our hero, our doctor, is like, but me as an audience member, I'm like, huh? Like, what the fuck does that mean? I don't get what that means.
The soil of a man's heart is stonier. Because I was thinking, sometimes my heart is a little stonedier. Definitely, I would say my heart is hornier. Soil of a man's heart is hornier, Lewis. I don't know if you like jugs at all, but it's quite a publication.
Oh, so the next day the cat is back. Cat scare. Ooh, he like falls down.
The very next day.
Yeah.
The cat came back. No.
He thought he was a goner. Yeah, oh my God, the cat's back. So he entices him back at church. Is that you? Sure enough, it's church. Stinks like death, but that's the cat. He's back. Yeah. Proof of concept. That's wild. Like yeah. Talks to Judd later that day. Hey, am I crazy? I mean, I peeled that cat off the frosty lawn, right? And then Judd goes into the whole story. Well, it was the rag man who told me about that place. He was half Micmac himself. Knew how I felt about my dog Spot. Okay, so then we get the flashback. Where he's like, Spot came back and scared my mother out of her wits because the dog's got like barbed wire slashes in it. And it's fucking growling.
He's all fucked up. Yeah.
Again, you thought this was a good choice?
Well, I don't know if you know this, James, but a soil of a man's heart is bonier. Especially when it comes to his dog Spot.
Well, he says, have you ever buried a person up there? Christ, no. And Fred Gwynn tremors so much he knocks all the empty beer bottles off the table.
Exactly. And I thought, Christ with his pants down hopping, Lewis, no.
Oh. Well, Lewis is still home alone for a little bit, and he's going to take a nice bath. Calgon's going to take him away.
He's going to McCulkin off.
Oh, he gets interrupted when a dead rat plops into the water. Oh, shit. The cat. I don't know if they're just shining a light right in the cat's eyes or if they did something in post to make the cat's eyes glow a little bit.
I'm pretty sure they did something in post.
Okay. And it looks evil. I mean, it's got that evil glow to its eyes.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I understand that it's really distressing to have them drop a dead rat into your bathtub. That's not what anyone wants. But also, I mean, good boy. You fucking killed a rat.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That rat's pretty chewed up, too.
It's not like he brought back like a human finger or something. You'd be like, cat, what the fuck are you doing? You're like, oh, you're doing the thing you're supposed to do, which is kill vermin. Like, good job. Yeah. Now, Lewis is freaking out a little bit, but he's going to let Church be. Picks up his family from the airport. His daughter's like, I had a dream that Church got hit by a truck. He's like,
no, everything's fine.
And then we cut to Missy, the housekeeper, who had that bellyache. And the doctor was like, I'm a doctor. I could look at that for you. She's like, oh, no, it's fine. It'll go away as it does. And then she's writing a note where she's like, I'm sure I have cancer, and this is the end. So she hangs herself in her basement.
Yeah.
Why is this character in this movie? I don't understand why this is even in this movie.
If I remember correctly, there was a character like her in the book.
I'm sure.
But did have a husband. Because the book is about grief. The book is about grief and about people killing themselves and losing each other and the different stages of grief. And that is just, I think that's just the movie trying to portray that. I agree. It's a throwaway character. It doesn't really work.
Doesn't push the plot forward at all.
No.
She's not really necessary.
Just kind of a creepy thing to show. But
I mean, Stephen
not really
King
for a good reason.
did write the screenplay for this as well. And so I wondered if he just wrote that in there so we could cut to her funeral where Stephen King is the preacher at the funeral. He was like, I don't write myself apart in this.
Yeah, maybe. You know what's an interesting thing about this movie, too, is there is a lot of yellow. Did you notice the color yellow continually used?
I can't say that I did.
Every character that dies wears yellow at one point, right before they're dead. Yellow flowers at the funeral, yellow flowers in the house, yellow. If you ever see it again, which you may not, or whoever decides to watch this movie, you'll see a lot of yellow. And you'll go, oh yeah, there is a lot of yellow there.
Yeah, I guess I was too busy trying to figure out what the fuck is going on and why the story was taking the directions it was.
Well, either way, this is a Hollywood Color Minute.
But you're right, this story is about grief.
Both of these movies are about grief, which is why they're paired well
together. Right, absolutely. And trauma. And although I think that the Missy moment falls flat, we do get it underscored again when back at the house, the doc is talking to his daughter and trying to talk about death, and we find out that his wife really doesn't like talking about this kind of thing at all. Yeah. She's really closed off about it. And this is when we get this whole flashback sequence with Denise Crosby talking about her sister Zelda, who had spinal meningitis, and how she had to take care of her when she was growing up, when she was just like 8 years old. And her older sister is very crone-like, very witchy, cackling and moaning, and pretty terrifying.
What do you think Zelda's Tinder would be like?
Oh my God.
Looking for a homebody?
Yeah. I'm really into soup. And someone who will trim my toenails for me.
Must like a female shaped like a question mark.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird and a horrifying thing up there, taking care of her crooked sister. And I know a lot of people, like I said, especially my age, who this was one of those moments. Like I was talking about the poltergeist clown a couple of episodes ago. This is one of those moments where people got freaked out by this sister. Yeah. And this definitely leaves an impression. And in this flashback, a couple of things that are interesting about this flashback that I notice is one, you know, what she's saying is like, my parents left me alone. I was 8 years old and my sister died while I was in the house and I was supposed to take care of her and she was moaning for me and she had been so hard on me and I wasn't sure if I was happy or sad or if I was crying or laughing and I ran out of the house and the neighbors were there and they saw me crying. But did you notice how the neighbors came right into the house in this flashback?
Yeah.
Like, they didn't have the budget or the time to actually shoot a scene where she ran out of the house. Yeah. So instead, they just brought all the neighbors through the open door. And it's a bunch of, like, cherubic little chubby, curly-haired neighbors who are just standing there like, what's going on? I thought...
We heard you screaming.
It's just a weird choice. Like, all of a sudden, the neighbors are in the foyer. And the other thing is that fucking weird painting.
Oh, that painting is so weird. So weird. Yeah.
Yes.
There's a painting of Zelda as a little girl in like a little Lord Fauntleroy outfit.
Yeah.
Right? Well, like a little hat.
Like a top hat and kind of a velvet gown. And she's got like a cat, or maybe it's a dog, at her feet, and she's holding like a whip.
I think it's a cat. I think it's Church.
Yeah. And it's funny because we'll see that painting in the stairwell in this scene. And then earlier in the movie, when they had left for Thanksgiving and she was calling to check in on the doctor, that painting is like over the mantle. Yeah. So it's like always in that house. It's always present in these. Yeah. They make a very odd choice. It's a very deliberate choice to always showcase this painting, but they never really talk about it. And then later on in the movie, when Gage is there and everything is going crazy, Gage is wearing like a little velvet gown and a top hat.
That little outfit, It's so odd.
It is odd. And I think, for me, it's just poor filmmaking. What is the story that we're trying to tell? Because the first time I saw it, I was like, what the fuck is that about? The second time I saw it is when I went, oh, he's dressed just like the thing from the painting. Like, I didn't make the connection right away. Yeah. It doesn't really lead you to make that connection.
No, one of the things about the book is the Wendigo, when it takes over the body of whoever it is that you brought back, it makes them know everything about you.
Okay.
So it uses your own brain against you. So
sure. Okay.
Even though Gage is 2, the Wendigo knows that she is afraid of her sister, so it makes her appear like her sister. In the remake of Pet Sematary, which is a shit show, the little girl dies instead of the little boy. And she, when she's buried and brought back, when she goes to the Judd character, she appears to Judd as his wife.
Okay.
Using her voice, and he thinks it's his wife. So it would make you think it's that person or that person haunting you for some reason. So this is something that is clear in the book, but not in the movie.
It's not clear in the movie at all.
No.
It really isn't. And it could have been. There's certainly ways that they could have demonstrated that. And without it, I think, for me, it's a fatal flaw in this movie because it's just confusing.
Sure. Sure.
Because also, towards the end of that movie, he'll go into the house to confront Gage. It's after he's put down the cat, as we talked about. Mm-hmm. And the house is all like, the green slime is dripping off the walls, and everything is crooked, and it looks like he's going into a different dimension of sorts. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a mirror version of the house almost, where everything's fucked up.
Yeah.
And then it kind of, it fades away, but it never gives you a reason
as to why
it looks that way or what is going on here.
Yeah, yeah.
And I get that it can be confusing for the character who's going through it, but it was just confusing for me as an audience member. So,
yeah. Okay, I understand.
But at this point in the movie, too, is when actually Gage gets it. You know, because they didn't build a fence. And they're having a picnic out there, and they're flying a kite, and they turn their back on Gage, and he toddles right into the street as the semi is. It looks like it's going about 90 miles an hour, and like the driver is he's rocking out to the Ramones.
That truck is hauling ass for sure.
Yeah, and the kid is in the middle of the street. It's horrifying. It is horrifying as a parent. And then, they don't show it happen. You just see a little bloody toddler shoe go tumbling down
Mad Max style. Yeah.
Yes, totally.
Yeah, totally.
He screams, "No! We're going to go or have a funeral and everything." And then he will eventually,
Worst funeral ever.
Yeah, I know.
I haven't seen a funeral that bad since The Host.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
The father-in-law is like, I knew you were no good for her and your family.
Yeah.
It's
starting a fight, knocking the casket over, body flopped out.
Yeah.
Whoa, shit.
Some guy grabs the doctor, and it's your son's funeral. Hold yourself together.
Yeah.
And I was watching that part with my wife, and she very astutely was like, it's his son's funeral. He's the one person who's allowed to fucking fall apart during this. Everybody else needs to get their shit together. He is just fine. If he wants to fucking get in a fight with someone, you just fucking say, it's okay, let me get you a glass of water.
It probably shouldn't be your wife's father, but, obviously there's tension there.
When the casket flops open and you see, the baby's arm or something in there.
Yeah.
I thought, you know what? If that toddler got hit by that semi going that fast, there would be nothing left.
No. They would have had to stitch those parts together.
It would have vaporized that kid.
That would have been like a Raggedy Andy doll.
Oh, my God.
Put that thing, put the arms and legs back on it.
I travel to Michigan a lot of times, like around Thanksgiving, like deer season, and...
Oh, sure.
You'll go through some of these areas where like a deer obviously got hit by like an 18-wheeler, and it's just like half a mile streak of blood, and you might see like a giant chunk of meat that is like, the legs are gone, the head is gone.
Yeah.
It's just a gross chunk of meat out in the road. This little boy would have been absolutely fucking pasted.
He would have exploded like a Gallagher melon. Even in all over the front row.
It also got me thinking, because it's the Orinoco trucking line, what sort of liability insurance do they have? It must be awesome, because they are killing pets left and right. Nobody's complaining. I mean, there's no speed limit posted, I guess. They're just speeding nonstop. They're always going like 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
They must have a real sweet deal on their insurance. And another thing I find really dumb in this movie is, so after he goes and buries Gage and Gage comes back and Denise Crosby, the wife, is like, I got to get back and be there for my husband. Her car breaks down and she hitches a ride on one of these 18-wheelers.
With one of these exact trucks. And that dude is a little shady when she gets in, too.
Yeah, of course.
He's got that shady, like, no way would you get in that truck with that dude. He's like, hey, come on in.
Not just that dude, but like you watched one of those trucks
them kill your son.
And you're like, oh, this seems good. I'll bet this guy will give me a ride. Not for a moment is that character like, oh, I don't feel good about this. She just jumps right in there like, we got to go.
I'll give you bad writing. I will.
Yeah.
Bad writing and misinterpretation and bad explanation of the plot, how it works.
Yeah, I got ahead of myself a little bit because, of course, with Gage gone now, our hero, our doctor, is going a little crazy. His wife and his daughter go back to Chicago, and he goes to dig up the body from the cemetery.
Yeah.
Not the Pet Sematary, the regular one where the funeral was. Did you notice what that cemetery had?
No.
A fence. It had a fence from the fucking cemetery. I guess they're not afraid. They're nice and secure. The dead bodies, they're secure from the trucks.
Well, sometimes people like to take their dogs to the cemetery and let them run around, and can't have them getting outside the cemetery now, can we?
He takes Gage's body to the Micmac burial ground.
He digs it up like broad daylight, doesn't he?
It takes him a long time. He starts in daylight, and I think it's the evening because a cop comes by and shines like a spotlight on the headstone. And there's like a shovel there and a hole and everything, but nothing to see here.
Yeah.
Officer.
I believe Winchell's is having a sale.
I gotta make my way to Old Toby Farm and get some of that delicious sweet corn before it all runs out.
You know, it's almost cider season. Oh, man. Hot cider and a fucking fresh donut.
Hope I don't get stuck on the road by the leaf peepers. So, yeah, he takes his son up there, buries him in the burial ground, and then goes home. You'd think he'd wait. You know, you'd think he'd wait up there until little zombie Gage, but no, he goes home and just passes out. It's been an exhausting day for our doctor.
Yeah.
And while he's passed out,
let's just see what happens.
Makes his way all the way back home on his little toddler legs. He sneaks into the house with his little muddy feet, and he opens Dad's closet and gets his doctor bag out and gets the scalpel out and doesn't kill Dad. Instead, he goes across the street to give a what for to Mr. Judd Crandall.
That's right.
And Judd can hear him giggling around, and...
You don't find any of that creepy? The little noises, the little sounds, the little chitter that he does?
You know, what bothers me about it is that, like, people hear it across the street and everything.
It's because it's the Micmac Wendigo.
But no, not in this movie. It never says that.
Yeah, I know.
Never says that.
Trying to turn it around.
Not for me. This is good. We got to disagree sometimes. We're going to come to a hard disagreement about this one.
I think we are.
But this does have another moment in it that I know made lots of people cringe. It's still very cringe-inducing.
The Achilles.
Yeah. Judd and Gage are playing hide and seek, and Judd is on his hands and knees looking under the bed, and you just see that little hand come out with a scalpel and
zing
through his heel.
It's good. That's good.
It is good.
That's a stinger, Lewis.
Still looks rough to watch that one. Fred Gwynn, Judd falls down, and then he gets the old, like, Chelsea smile or whatever. He gets the fucking slash right across the mouth. Also good.
Yeah, totally good. I think there's actually a full dummy of him, like a fake head and all.
Dead Gwyn?
For that. Yeah, for Dead Gwyn, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, good shit.
Gage goes down and starts gnawing on his neck. All right.
Yeah.
Good job, little kid.
Part of the lore with the Micmac and the Paddywhack is it turned some people to cannibals. The Wendigo and the evil spirits in the soiled ground actually turned part of the tribe into cannibals.
Okay. Yeah. It's almost more disappointing to find these things out and to know what could have been in the script, to be perfectly honest with you.
Sure. Is it a long movie? I can't remember. It's not a long movie. In fact, it's probably paced fairly well, right?
I don't think it's got a particularly long runtime. I will say this, to its credit, this movie does 43. Not feel long to me. I feel like it's trucking along, pun intended.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, so it's actually a couple scenes before this where the mom is talking to the daughter and she's got the shine going and she talks about a ghost Paxow or Paxcow.
Paxcow, yeah.
That's talking to her and the mom's like, Paxcow, and sort of making the connection as she's walking through the hallway and that creepy painting is behind her again.
Sure.
That it's a reference to Victor Pascow, and that name registers with her. So she decides, I gotta get home right away. And so she calls, can't get a hold of him on the telephone, calls Judge. He's like, I'm coming home. This is obviously when he's still alive. No, don't come back.
Everything's fine here, Missy.
And so then we get Denise Crosby on a plane, and the ghost is like sitting on the plane behind her. And then Denise Crosby trying to rent a car, like, oh, there's nothing available. And the ghost is helping her rent a car.
Yeah.
This is all fucking weird. And this ghost has quite a reach.
I did think that was weird. I did think some of that stuff was weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
And this is when...
Taking a half a point off for that.
It blows a tire on the way there, and she hitches a ride on the 18-wheeler. When she finally gets to her place, this is after Gage has already taken out Judd. She hears Gage laughing, and she doesn't go to her house first. She just goes right over there to Judd's house. And this is when she sees Zelda up in the second floor in the bedroom.
Yeah.
I'll twist your back like mine so you can never get out of bed again.
Yeah.
It is a weird makeup and the weird like contouring on the jaw or whatever.
Yeah. It almost looks like it doesn't fit.
Yeah. Is that an appliance on her face?
Absolutely.
Or is it just or on his face, I guess?
Yeah. Yeah. It's obviously a chin piece. It's cheek, like a bandit piece, which would be like an orbital bone kind of thing. It's either one piece that goes over both of the eyes and kind of accentuates the brow and the cheeks.
Yeah.
Or it's a cheek piece, chin kind of jaw thing. And then I think maybe there's even like a hairline shift too, and a wig, obviously.
To me, this makeup on the face, I think the back is great and gross and weird and
on the face
makes
it
me
just
uncomfortable.
Looks off.
It does, and the thing is, like, I'd almost say it's a bad makeup, except
it's effective in like a disturbing, weird way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It looks off, and that makes it uncomfortable. And I think the actor sells it.
Because I don't think any of the makeups or any of the things that were made in this movie were bad in any way. I mean, when I first saw Pascal, I was like, this is fucking great. I love this look for a zombie.
Yeah.
And I even told my buddy John that, and he said, yeah, that's not the first time that the zombie had like all the veining look to it. He saw it first in Dead Heat. Remember that one with Joe Piscopo?
Yeah. Treat Williams, is that the one?
Yeah, Treat Williams. And that was a Steve Johnson helmed makeup effects project.
Put another tick mark by Steve Johnson if you're keeping score at home.
I know. He's catching up. Yeah. But yeah, I like all the makeups in this movie, and I agree the face of Zelda is just weird.
Yeah.
But I think it's just supposed to be weird.
Well, Gage will not stay Zelda forever, or the Wendigo, I guess, will not stay Zelda forever.
The Wendigo.
It will turn into Gage wearing the aforementioned velvet frock and top hat, although the top hat is not even the same color as the top hat in the painting. It really drives me crazy that this connection is there and it's just so poorly executed.
That had to have been like a wardrobe issue with like, what do you mean you forgot the hat? Run out to the store, the next closest haberdashery, and what can we find? This is all we could get. It's fine, just shoot it.
Oh boy, it's not fine.
How many times have you been on set where some kind of bullshit like that has happened?
Well, it happens
just shoot it.
It happens every time.
Every time. Every single time. Exactly. Making movies is a bunch of horseshit. And it's a whole lot of, we forgot about that. Oh, what can we do? I don't know. Let's try this. All right, it's fine. No one's going to notice. And 30 fucking years later, two jackasses are talking about it on the internet. Yeah.
The great top hat fiasco of 1989.
Someone in the costume department thought they got away with something in 1989, and here we are in 2025 going,
you missed a spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Gage is like, I brought you something, Mommy. And lo and behold, it's a scalpel. Oh, Gage. Well, that'll be the end of her. I think it fades away and you just hear some squishy noises or something.
Yeah.
And then Dad wakes up. Boy, you've been asleep for a long time, Doc.
He was exhausted.
He sure was.
It was a long
He sure
day.
was. He sees the muddy footprints. He sees the empty scalpel case.
Yep.
He hears, I think, from the house. Oh, no, he gets a fucking phone call. Again, something that drives me crazy. I'm like,
yeah.
So now the toddler is calling him on the phone.
Yeah, okay, I did throw bullshit at that too.
I guess the Wendigo knew his phone number.
The Wendigo has everyone's phone number.
I guess. Wendigo is what a real Mena calls the white pages. Yeah, so I'm over here. We're playing. Come play with us, Daddy. Oh, shit. Okay. Runs over there. Everything's fucking green. Everything's weird. Oh. Hold on. I'm getting a call. Who is this?
I don't know.
Hello?
Hello? It's the Wendigo.
Oh, shit. How did you get this number?
I have everyone's number.
Fuck. I'm hanging up now.
You can't hang up on the Wendigo.
It's happening. But Dad, the doctor, he'll kill the cat before he goes in there. Cat's like, won't come up. He injects it with a syringe. Another movie where the guy, like in Monkey Shines, where he's like, the best weapon is a syringe full of poison or a sedative.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Just grab a tire iron. You know,
just smash it.
Yeah, just no mercy now. Don't try just poking something with a syringe.
Don't try grabbing it with your hand.
No, don't get that
Strike
close.
from afar. Yeah, I agree.
Well, he goes in the house. Gage is giggling. This is when he finds dead Gwyn, slashed across the face. Oh, no. And then from the attic above, the wife's hanging body crashes through the attic. How did she end up hanging? How did that happen?
I had that same thought.
Did the toddler bring her up there and string her up and everything? It's weird.
Yeah, because you clearly hear Gage stabbing her or slicing her, and then she is hung, which does not make sense mechanically.
I feel like a lot of this
World's
movie,
strongest baby, ties a noose around her neck.
Well, in the book, the Wendigo is really, really strong, and it always carries rope with it.
The Wendigo's got really long arms, so it can reach that attic pull chain, pull that down, get the extended ladder, climb up the ladder, haul the rope up, because, it's using Wendigo magic.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm docking a full point off of this one.
Oh, no. The wife comes crashing through and Gage is up there, too, snarling at him, and then sort of like dives down from the attic and tackles him, and he's wrestling with the toddler real quick. That's slashing him with a scalpel. Yeah. There's a struggle in the hall before he takes a sedative, and he sticks it right in the kid's neck. And it's a good shot of this little kid like, getting the syringe plunged in his neck.
Yeah, because that's a real, fake syringe with a collapsible needle. Yeah, looks great because the kid is really playing it
He's
up.
like, no fair, Dad.
That's my favorite part of this movie.
Yeah.
No fair. And he stumbles drunk, falls and hits his head.
And he really does.
Yeah.
That little kid really does. They're like, that's the take we're using. The one where the kid actually smashed his head into the wall.
Just like the take where Lewis wakes up out of bed and smashes his head on the table.
Boy, does he really.
Yeah.
I mean, that must have hurt like a bitch.
Hell yeah. That had to be real.
Oh, yes. Yeah, no, you can tell. I'm 100% certain that as soon as Mary Lambert was like, cut, he was like, tell me you got that.
Yeah.
You got that, right?
Yeah,
We're moving on.
We don't got to do that one again.
No, you got it, right?
Yeah.
Well, his wife is dead. His son is dead.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to burn down the whole place.
Mm-hmm.
Just like lights it all on fire with kerosene or gasoline or something. And then takes his wife's body, of course, back up to the old Micmac burial ground.
Yep. Listen,
And
she's
then-
fresh. It's going to be different.
It'll be just fine.
Yeah.
And he's sitting at home playing solitaire with the world's oldest deck of cards
Yeah.
when she comes through the window and she looks a sight.
Yeah.
She doesn't look too fresh.
No.
That is a nasty ass appliance she's got on, just oozing sort of pus the whole time that he kisses her.
Opened up orbital bone. He's not seeing things correctly.
No, he's kind of lost touch with things, and he's going to lose touch with everything as they're kissing.
Yeah.
You see her pick up a knife while he's not paying attention and raises the knife and blackout scream, roll credits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pet Sematary.
Mm-hmm. You know, Stephen King was inspired by, he lived in a house and one of his sons was young, about Gage's age, maybe a little older, maybe 4 or something like that, was almost hit by a truck on a road. His daughter's cat was killed by a truck on the same road. And that was what gave him the inspiration to write this movie. Also, cocaine.
I'm going to move to Maine and start my own fence company because apparently there's a need.
Yeah.
So, what do we want to rate Pet Sematary with?
Dead pets?
Dead pets. Sure.
It seems obvious.
Yeah. How many dead pets are you giving Pet Sematary?
Well, like I said, I like this movie. I like the book. I like the movie. I think the movie's well done. I think it's got great art direction. I think it's directed well. I like the creepy stuff with Gage. I like the creepy Zelda. The stuff with the cat's good. Sure, there are some dumb things, and there are some things that aren't quite explained. But I'm still going to give it a 7. 7 dead pets that I will bury in the cemetery.
7 dead pets.
Oh, wait. Another thing about Stephen King and the house and the cat and the blah, blah, blah. There was a pet cemetery there in the neighborhood that all the neighborhood kids used to bury their pets in, and it had cemetery spelled wrong.
Oh,
so
okay.
He just wrote that right into the book. So
nice.
that was the full inspiration, was his son almost being hit, his daughter's cat gets killed, there's a pet cemetery in the neighborhood, mix mac patty whack, there you
go. Give a man cocaine.
Yeah. So, how many dead pets would you give it?
I give this movie 4 dead pets.
Oh, come on.
No, I disagree.
This is better than a 4.
I don't think it's well directed. I think it's got some really cool effects in it. I absolutely would give you that. I mean, I think Pascal's...
You're putting this on the Leprechaun level.
I know. It's very different, though. Those are very different 4s. And this one, to me, just falls apart. And a lot of it is what you said, like, well, in the book, the Wendigo does this. I mean, the Wendigo is not an entity in this movie at all. And there's a bunch of missing connections. I don't think it's well directed. I think the acting is really uneven. And I don't think Dale Midkiff does a bad job necessarily. But I think Fred Gwynne acts circles around him in this.
Absolutely. Fred Gwynne is the best actor in this movie.
Well, and it's kind of interesting. I think Fred Gwynne, you know, obviously he's most well known for being Herman Munster. And he had to act through that makeup and act through that character on the Munsters for, I don't know how many years it was on. But He's much more animated, and he draws you in a lot more. Dale Midkiff is very understated in this, and so when you put those two actors together, sometimes it looks like they're kind of in different movies. Again, I don't think that Dale Midkiff is necessarily doing a bad job. I just think that together, when you see them on screen together, it's just not working. For me. I think the weird stuff with the ghost helping them rent a car and being on the plane just seems so ridiculous to me. And the motivations, like you were talking about, must make sense in the book, but it's just not touched on in the movie. Like, why would the old man tell him this? Why is her sister there in the end? Why is the kid able to make phone calls? I really think, especially towards the end of this movie, it just falls apart for me. So only 4 dead pets for me.
4 dead pets. Despicable. Can't believe it. I was sure you were going to like this movie.
Like I said, this is the first time I've really watched it from the beginning to the end. But anyway, we've talked about this too long, in my opinion.
Pet Sematary is a good movie. You guys should seek it out. Let us know who's right.
Hard disagree. Yeah.
Let us know who's right.
I will say this. I know that it occupies a certain space in the nostalgic favorites. And there are things, the Achilles, oof, Zelda, yikes.
Yep. Gage, No Fair, Church, Pascal.
Yeah.
These are all solid elements.
And look, when my wife and I were buying a house, our daughter was not quite 4 years old. Every single house we looked at that had a busy street in front, we were like, nope. And I guarantee you it's because of Pet Sematary. We're like, this isn't going to work for us. We have a young kid and that street's too busy. Like, nope. That's a hard no.
Yep. I get it.
So it resonates. I will give it that. I just don't think it's a good movie.
Okay. Well, do you want to go to the lobby and then come back with a spoiler-free portion of Bring Her Back?
Let's do it.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Especially things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy stores. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
And we're back.
We're back.
Sometimes Pepperidge Farm remembers.
So you think the remake of Pet Sematary is worse than the original Pet Sematary?
Absolutely.
Wow.
I think the remake is completely unnecessary and also very, very, very different from the book. If you're going to remake Pet Sematary, then fix the problems with the original one.
Yeah.
Like you say, the fact that there's no mention of the Wendigo. Or maybe there's a small mention of it, but you never see it. I mean, in the book, Lewis confronts the Wendigo when he goes to take the kid to bury him.
Oh, really? No, I don't know, man.
The Wendigo's controlling everybody. It's making people talk about it. It's making people do things. It's getting inside their minds.
I watched it twice, and I didn't see any mention of the Wendigo in this movie. I just got confused about choices. But anyway, let's shift some gears here to a new release.
I mean, not too far.
Trauma 1, Trauma 2. Trauma 1, Trauma 2.
Absolutely. Movies about grief. Let's have fun. Let's talk about grief.
Good grief or bad grief?
So our next feature is this year's Bring Her Back, which just came out recently.
And like we said before, if this is the first time you're listening, we will be doing a spoiler-free portion where we will talk about the movie, and then we will head into the lobby one more time and then come back and spoil everything about Bring Her Back.
Yeah.
Brought to us by a couple of brothers.
Yeah, Danny and Michael Philippou, who did Talk to Me.
Boy, these guys are a bundle of energy, huh?
Holy fuck. And you see them, and you're like, dude, I wouldn't buy an Xbox from these guys.
No kidding.
And
yet,
And yet they're so accomplished already, writing and directing.
Yeah, I watched a number of interviews with them on talk shows and things like that, and they are almost spastic.
Shot out of a cannon.
Holy smokes. There's just cases of Monster Energy drink underneath their beds. You just know. They're just like pounding highly caffeinated beverages all the time.
Absolutely. Or tons of cocaine. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that. Or NOS. I used to drink NOS. I discovered NOS when we were doing Piranha 3D. And we were doing super long days in the sun. And NOS was a sponsor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, of the big outdoor party. And so we had all this free NOS, and I was like, wow, this is fucking delicious. It's like someone mixed rocket fuel and Red Bull and Tang. And you're just like, yeah. I like NOS.
I think you picked some of that up when we did the Friday the 13th show here in Crystal Lake. And it's still in my fridge right now. I've yet to touch the NOS.
You gotta try some NOS.
I don't know, man. I'm scared. I'm scared. But yes, these two guys, super high energy. And I watched the movie first, and then I watched the interviews with them, and I was like, it's amazing. It just goes to show you never know where the talent is going to come from. You never know.
Judge a book by its cover.
You cannot. You cannot.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily want to get ahead of myself, but do you have a write-up or a synopsis for Bring Her Back?
I do. And I went traditional Russian with it.
Oh, very good, very good.
So let's cue up that Russian-ish sounding music. So here we go. Have you lost someone precious? Someone you cannot imagine living without? Look no further, comrade. Our ancient Russian ritual, passed down through generations, can bring back loved one. For small fee, of course.
For small fee.
Small.
Of course.
Our ritual, known as Voskiende, has been perfected over centuries. Our team of expert babushkas and vodka-fueled shamans will guide loved one back to world of living. Even moose and squirrel. If that. But no, to take our word for it, no. Many of satisfied customer have had loved ones return to them good as new. Maybe not perfect, but they back, da? Yeah?
Da.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Tell me more.
Good. Now you may be wondering how to access this powerful ritual. My friend, we do things the old-fashioned way. No fancy internets for us. To place orders, simply send a blank VHS tape with request and payment to address. We find VHS most reliable way to ensure information not to end on dark web. Now, just record name of loved one, and brief message explain why you want them back. Don't forget, include monies and blank VHS tape for us to send ritual instructions. We take care of rest. Side effects may include slight changes personality, minor memories lost, increased love of borscht, wood, and other things what is crunchy. But who doesn't love crunchy? Huh? Come to us and we will bring her back, or him, or they, them, whoever is need for back. Huh? We do it all. Just don't try to email or find us out online, because we don't do that nonsense. It's VHS tape only. VHS is the Russian way. Address Voshyeski Rituals, P.O. Box 1313, Moscow 101000. Da. We bring them back. I apologize to our Russian friends.
Very good, very good. Yes, you accept money order?
Money's for order? Yes.
What about
also,
check on delivery? The COD?
No, you not get tape until money's is delivered. Well, James,
excellent.
we both just watched Bring Her Back more than once. What do you think?
Yeah, I think this is a horror movie that is not afraid to handle some pretty heavy subject matter.
Oh, this movie's so fucking heavy.
Both of these, Pet Sematary in this, we paired with each other because they deal with grief and the loss of a loved one and essentially the lengths that you might go to when you're dealing with that loss.
These really are paired well.
Yeah. I will say this, Bring Her Back has, as of this moment, my favorite performance in a horror movie of the year.
Sally
Hawkins is outstanding in this movie. Absolutely outstanding.
She's bananas.
It is a wonderful, layered, truthful, horrible, funny character. I mean, there's so much going on. She seems always like a grounded human being, no matter how crazy things are getting in this movie, which, again, comparing it with Pet Sematary, where it was like, I guess this character is doing it because this shoddy script is saying that they have to do it. I didn't feel it necessarily infused with the sort of pathos, I guess, that I think Sally Hawkins is just bringing all the time. I also think the young man that's in this, who's playing the brother, I mean, I think everyone in this movie is good.
The blind daughter is standout terrific. First movie she ever did. First acting job.
Yes, she's wonderful. She's really visually impaired.
Sarah?
Yeah. Billy Barrett plays Andy, and then Sora Wong plays Piper.
Sora.
Billy's half-sister, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's like a half-sister.
Yeah.
Dad married her mother.
That's right. All the performances are good. And then you have Jonah Wren Phillips, who plays Oliver in this.
Yeah.
They're all fantastic.
Cool thing about Oliver is he goes through so many makeup stages, and they offered him the chance to not have to go through those makeup stages and do it on someone else. But no, he was 100% down to do it.
Yeah, I saw some interviews with him too, where they were like, "Do you have any advice?" He's like, "No, just be still and try and have fun." I was like, "Fuck yeah, kid. Fuck yeah."
Yeah, fuck yeah. I talked a lot with Larry Van Duynhoven, prosthetics designer.
Okay.
He's Australian, really great guy, a lot of fun. We did a lot of chatting on Facebook. I asked him a ton of questions. But yeah, I'll be talking about that when we get into it. A lot of good stuff in this movie.
So, a very simple overview. It's not a spoiler because it's the opening shot of this movie, but as you were doing the Russian accent there, this opens up with a very disturbing ritual of sorts. And you're not sure what's going on. Maybe some people are kind of mumbling Russian, and it looks like they're filming on an old camcorder, kind of like a snuff film. There appears to be some sort of ritual action that's going on in there.
Super creepy.
It's very creepy, very unsettling.
Yeah.
Before it cuts to a story about a brother and sister who are essentially going to live with a foster mom. And she's been through the loss of her daughter and is fostering them and another child. And the story unfolds from there in some surprising ways, some uncomfortable ways.
Yeah. Some extremely emotional ways.
Oh my goodness, yes.
I was heartbroken at one point.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is not how I expect to feel watching a horror movie. This movie takes you through so many emotions, from like laughing out loud to like practically in tears. It's just like, oh my God, this movie is so spot on emotionally. And essentially directed by, I mean, they're not kids, they're in their fucking 30s. But
are they in their 30s?
Yeah, because they're like early 30s, but they look like they're like, hey, we're going out skating.
23, 24. Work. They do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, in the interview, they're talking about landing Sally Hawkins for the role. Because, and Sally Hawkins, if that name does not register with you right away, she's probably best known for being in The Shape of Water. She was nominated for an Oscar for that one. She's also been nominated for an Oscar for, I think, Blue Jasmine. And, I mean, she's so good. She's so wonderful. Like I said,
I know
she's
horror
my favorite.
movies tend to get overlooked, but I mean, you got to look at like Silence of the Lambs and think, let's go that route. Yeah.
She really is tremendous. And she's always very grounded and very real, even though the character is very wacky. She has a very sort of like wacky, motherly kindergarten art teacher energy.
Yeah, absolutely. And something, honestly, I don't know, maybe there's something wrong with me. Kind of hot. Yeah. A couple of times I'm thinking, is she going to like come on to him? You know, with the 17-year-old son, I'm thinking, is this going to be one of those Pornhub searches?
I think the beauty of it is she has the ability, and she showcases it a couple of times in this movie, to make a really quick turn.
Yeah.
And it is startling and incredibly effective and always feels incredibly real.
There's one moment in this movie, and I'm not going to say it now, but where she says a line and you're like, did she just fucking say that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's just glossed over.
I didn't even catch it the second time. The second time I watched it with my wife, because I was like, you got to check this one out. And she was like, wait, what did she just say? And I was like, I think I missed it. And I rewound it, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nuts. Fucking nuts.
Looking forward to talking about that.
Yeah. Well, then let's do it. I think we spoke about enough as we can without spoiling it. What do you want to bring her back with?
VHS tapes.
Have we done VHS tapes?
Nope. I don't think so.
Because we haven't done The Ring yet.
Maybe we should save VHS tapes for The Ring.
Yeah, Ring could be phone calls, too. Let's do VHS tapes.
Okay.
You went first last time. I'm going to bring her back 8.5 VHS tapes.
Nice.
I think this movie smokes it out of the park. Like I said, everybody in this movie gives a great performance. Sally Hawkins gives an exceptional performance. I think it's well directed, and this one has a firm hold of the message that I think it's trying to convey, or at least the theme that it's working with. It is in firm possession of it. So 8.5 VHS tapes from me.
I'm giving it 9 VHS tapes.
Ooh, nice.
This is my favorite movie that we've reviewed this year.
Yeah.
And I liked it better the second time.
Yeah.
Did you as well?
I was glad to watch it a second time. Like, I really wanted to share this movie with my wife after I'd watched it, because I was like, this is one you definitely want to keep your eye on. And I think for people out there who are listening, this is absolutely a must-see movie. This is an 8.5 from me and a 9 from you. It's tremendous.
This is great. And probably the only reason it's not a 10 is because it isn't perfect. And it's got some things that are a little confusing here and there.
I mean, there are a lot of questions that are unanswered in Bring Her Back.
Yeah,
There's a lot
and you
of
don't always have to answer every question, but there are some holes.
I feel like they tell the story that they want to tell, and then there are things that are left unanswered. But for me, they're not exactly central to the story, but maybe we can disagree about it a little bit.
Yeah. Before we go to the lobby, let's just tell everybody, if you've got this far in the episode, we need reviews. Write reviews.
Oh, that's right.
We're about to end a contest right now. You got maybe 1 week left. Screenshot, write a review anywhere that you hear this show, whether it's Spotify, whether it's Apple, whether it's Screencast, or whatever. We don't care. Write a review, screenshot it, email it to us at thewholedamnthing13@gmail.com, and you are automatically entered into a drawing for free swag. We're giving away t-shirts to 2 lucky listeners. Also, why don't you tell them about the Patreon?
We are The Whole Damn Thing at Patreon. So please, if you like what we're doing, find us there. And if you can, throw us $1, $2, $4, you get the whole damn thing. That unlocks some very special things like watch-alongs. We're doing a pretty cool thing with our Patreon subscribers right now called the Summer of 81, where we're going through a number of movies that came out in the summer of 81. We already watched Escape from New York. We're watching Scanners.
Yep.
We've got a couple more on the way. Cool things. You also get access to our Discord, where we have a absolutely fantastic, funny, great community of people that continues to grow. I've said it before. So often, the internet can just be a cesspool of people screaming into an echo chamber,
Yeah.
trying to yuck everybody's yum and just feeling good about bringing other people down. That is not the community we've started. Everybody in our Discord is cool. We're all having a good time. We're having some laughs. There's a number of different channels in there.
Yeah, absolutely. I laugh out loud all the time when I go onto the Discord and I see what people have posted.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And we're on Instagram as well. You can find us there. The Whole Damn Thing 13 on Instagram. TikTok, we're The Whole Damn Thing. All the socials. Check us out. We're on Facebook as well. But yeah, drop a comment. We love interacting with our community and our fans. We love what we're doing. We really believe in it, and we want to see it grow. And we want you to be a part of it. So
you can help. You can
join
help
us.
Grow this.
All right. Let's duck into the lobby and come back and spoil a movie.
Sounds good.
Hello there. Give the demonstration of my new invention, the Goodies Machine. Special for patrons of this drive-in, the machine turns out delicious hot doggies one after the other. And thirst-quenching sodas also. Gives popcorn of the most tasty kind, plain unbuttered. Candy too, crunchy and dandy. Steaming hot coffee and ice cream too. These goodies are at a snack bar just waiting for you.
And we are back again.
Here we are. We are still here.
We're back.
Brought
her back?
I've brought him back. Being you.
Him, her.
Yeah.
We've brought them back. They're all back now.
We're back now. Here we're back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Your dreams are all tickered out.
Welcome back. I don't know the second line to this song.
Bring her back, Cotter. That's got to be a thing. Come on, Art.
God.
Why don't you write that fucking song?
Horshack in a Russian dungeon with no clothes on. So this opens up in a truly disturbing, like you had to have been thinking, what the fuck am I watching when this movie starts, right?
Yeah.
Because it's in some like Russian dungeon. I mean, I think it's Russian. The voice is very mumbly, so it's hard to kind of pin down, I thought.
It might be Czech, but it is Eastern European, for sure.
Yeah. And somebody is recording on a VHS camcorder, and somebody's getting hung in the background. There's like a woman on her knees in a circle, and she's approached by a rotund dude wearing no clothes, and everybody looks sort of pasty and dirty and sallow.
Yeah.
You know, people look sick, people are moaning, people are being hung, people are dying. Like, what the fuck is happening?
It's a gritty, greasy movie.
Ooh, it makes you uncomfortable right from the beginning. And then credits, sound of somebody underwater as the title card comes up, bring her back. And then it cuts to a girl in a brightly colored jacket. This is Piper. This is one of our main characters. Visually impaired, like the actress herself, really partially sighted.
Yeah.
And she is listening to people at a bus stop.
Yeah.
There's a group of mean girls there who are talking about stuff, and Piper's very nice and tries to approach them, and they're kind of making faces at her and doing what mean girls do.
Typical mean girl bullshit.
The directors of this movie, they talked about the fact that they had so much of this movie centralized on a visually impaired character that they really wanted to ratchet up the sound a lot in this.
Which is clear.
Yeah, so a lot of times when Piper's character is featured, the sound just pops a little bit more. Whether she's moving her hand against the wall or listening to conversations, she's picking up a little bit more than I think you would typically get if it was just shot sort of in a standard way.
It's another reason why I think this movie is just so well made.
Oh, yeah.
Attention is paid to every detail.
Yeah.
The amount of circles that appear in this movie because the ritual has a circular thing to it is kind of astounding. Even in ways where you're like, I don't understand why there's a circle there. There's a circle there.
Yeah.
You know, remember the rain pouring down the window and they had smeared something on the window so the water would kind of go around it?
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, this is good.
In the very beginning of this movie is a circle with a sort of weird Czech or Bosnian movie that's happening. And actually, when we get all the way to the end, it also ends with a circle and someone in the middle of that. Like, bookended by two. Yeah, no, these guys, I mean, it's so funny because they got very youthful energy, but they are making films that seem really grounded, like veteran filmmakers.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
Everything is very deliberate and
you know, they
very
came out
well
of YouTube.
Executed.
They were like YouTube stars.
Yes.
Yeah, for like a long time. Like went the Jake Paul route.
Yeah.
Except these guys are good. And they know what they're doing.
Yes, they're using their powers for good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, Piper's there. Her brother's name is Andy. He is also phenomenal in this movie. He picks her up and right away you get the feeling like he's a very protective sort of older brother. She's like, were those girls, did they seem to like me? And I think he says like, oh, no, they seem to like you. But throughout this entire movie, he will have a protective energy of his sister, and they establish this little safe word, grapefruit, which is essentially like them going, be honest with me right now.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with me. Tell me the truth.
My first note is I love that Andy is so protective.
Yeah. Well, they get home. Oh, there's a little bit of a problem. Dad's locked himself in the shower. He's not responding. What's going on? They knock on the door. No response. They finally bust open the door. And there's their father on his back, outside the shower, puke all over him.
Fucking gross.
Totally gross. Totally gross. Disarming because he's totally naked, of course, in the shower. And Andy kind of freezes up. And you will see in some flashbacks a little bit later that Andy freezes up. Piper kind of goes in there, blindly moving around, feeling around till she finds her father, tries to give him mouth to mouth, but it is too late.
With the vomit there and everything. When I was talking to Larry about this movie and about everything that his company, Scarecrew, put together for it, he goes, and, you know, the dad's dummy. And I was like, wait a minute. That was just dad. That was dad laying on the floor in a makeup. And he said, well, for part of it, but we also had a dummy for the CPR stuff where she's like trying to give him mouth to mouth. And I was like, oh, fuck, that dummy looks great.
It does.
I never would have guessed that was a fucking dummy.
I thought I was the real guy.
Yeah.
I did.
So bravo, Larry and the Scarecrew team. Good on you.
Well, Dad's gone, so now we're going to cut to a social worker who's like, look, we're going to have to put you in a foster facility, and he's not 18 yet. He can apply for guardianship. We're going to put him in his own place. We're going to put you with this woman we found.
Yeah.
And they're like, wait, no, you can't. You can't split us up.
Yeah.
She's like, well, you know, Laura, the name of their potential match.
Laura.
She's had some problems with violent kids in the past, and Andy has a history. Piper's like, what? And he's like, you know, it's nothing that happened kind of before you were born or something like that. I think he says, I got in a little trouble when I was a kid. Well,
sure.
They convince their social worker to work an angle. So
who was a great character, by the way.
She is.
The fucking social worker was amazing.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. There's not a weak link in this chain. Everybody brings it. And so, okay, you can stay together. So then Andy and his sister Piper are driving to Laura's place. It's kind of out there in the woods. Very unusual house. It kind of reminds me of like, you know, there's like Frank Lloyd Wright houses that are out in the woods. And it's like a very, very particular kind of architecture going on to it. That's a pretty gorgeous house.
It is, with a really oddly shaped pool.
With an oddly shaped pool. I mean, everything is kind of oddly shaped about it. But as they approach the front door of this place, they can hear music just blaring from the inside. And they kind of open the door. They're like, hello? And they hear the voice like, oh, come on in, come on in.
Yeah. Really odd way to meet your new kids.
Yeah, music is blaring, but again, speaking to what the brothers said about Piper's character, even though the music is super loud, she traces her hand against the wall, and you can really hear her hand, like, finding the seams in the wall and everything. And I was like, oh, that's a really cool touch. The mix was great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The music is blaring, but you still get that very clear little, like, this is how she's navigating around the house. And this is when we meet Laura, who is Sally Hawkins, who is, I mean, I cannot sing her praises enough in this movie. I think she's so wonderful.
Yeah.
And
she deserves a nomination for this.
Got a peppy, motherly energy mixed with kindergarten art teacher kind of excited to the point of being frazzled by it.
Yeah.
And locked onto the kids. Oh my gosh, you're Piper? And you are...
Can't remember his name.
Can't remember his name.
I love that she can't remember his name for the first couple of scenes.
Andy, she will subtly and then not so subtly be undermining him throughout this whole movie. And it starts right here. And then when she takes the photo, she's got the camera. She's like, oh, you know what we need right now?
Yeah,
we need a photo. We need a photo. And she's like, all right, everyone get together. And she stands in front of him and she gives a selfie. And then she's like, oh, it's so great. Look at this picture. And you see it.
His face is obscured with her head.
Yeah, she's standing right in front of his face, so you can't see him. You just see her and Piper. And it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
She will get his name wrong here in a little bit. Call him Anthony.
You know, the phone thing was an accident, too. Like, she took one that was normal.
Yes.
And then she took another one that was fucked up. And then they went, oh, you know what? That's way better. Use the one that's fucked up.
Yeah. She did a tremendous amount of research with her character. You know, when they were talking about landing her for the role, and then eventually she accepted it, and they were like on cloud nine, like, I can't believe we got Sally Hawkins for our movie. This is so great. And then she showed up and she had like a actor's Bible. It was like her script, and it had just been like blown up, and just line by line, everything. She had just dove into it so hard. And so, yes, a lot of things like that camera thing happened sort of organically, I think, just because she was so fucking prepared and she was so on top of everything.
Yeah.
I saw them talk about it. It said that costuming wise, they wanted to costume her like a dying leaf.
Yes.
Did you see that? So she starts out in like reds and oranges, and then by the end of this movie, she'll be like all in browns and blacks.
Yeah.
A lot of thought. It's very deliberate filmmaking. It's good.
It's
good
not
shit.
something you would imagine these two characters having done when you see them.
No.
In fact, I think they even said in one interview when they went in to meet like the production company, like the producers, they went, there's no way you guys directed Talk to Me. There's no fucking way.
No, they're the real deal, man. They are the real deal. Well, it's also in this opening scene where Andy notices that the carpet has been taped down, which is something that you do for visually impaired people.
Yep.
So they don't trip on the carpet. And he's like, oh, is that for Piper? And Laura's like, no, that was my daughter. She was blind. And he's like, oh, is she around? And she's like, oh, no, she's passed. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize it. And Piper's like, how did she die? She drowned. Laura's obviously carrying this weight with her. Mm-hmm. You can see she's affected even by the questions, but quickly brushes it off. Like, well, let's see the rest of the house and let me show you your room. They will get used to the house here for a little bit, but the kids go outside to look at the pool and make sure you don't let the cat out, and the cat has already gone out. They're like, oh,
isn't that like your number one fear when you go to someone's house and they're like, hey, don't let the, and you're like, what? And as the animal's racing for the door, like, you're new, you don't know this, I can get past you. Yeah. How many times does that fucking happen to anybody? All the time.
Well, and they go out and they see the chicken coop in the backyard, and there's like a guest house or a storage shed or something back there. There's another structure back there, and the swimming pool, the oddly shaped swimming pool, inside of which is a boy, probably 9 years old, in just trunks with no shirt. And this is Ollie.
Yeah.
Shaved head, turns around, looks at them, He's got a birthmark under his eye.
Yep.
And one of his pupils is really dilated.
And that birthmark matches a birthmark we've seen in the video already, the
Yes.
Russian video of someone
Yes.
that's laying on the ground, having a ritual done to them.
And I heard the directors talk about that this is meant to signify a stain on their soul.
Yeah. This soul stain. Yeah. That's cool. Come on. That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Who thinks of that when they're fucking playing Gears of War?
Yes, exactly. Slamming their fourth monster, waiting for the new Jordans to drop at midnight.
Exactly.
Well, Laura explains, like, well, Ollie doesn't talk much. He's been mute since we lost Kathy, Kathy being the name of her daughter.
Yeah.
Laura leads him into the house, like, hey, Piper, this is your room. This is where my daughter used to sleep. It's still got all her daughter's stuff in there.
Yeah.
And Andy's going to come in and follow her. And Laura's like, no, your room's down there. Like, you can leave. You're not needed around here.
He's got like a shitty little room, too.
It's awful.
Yeah. It's like a couple of fucking cushions thrown on the floor, and it's like a walk-in closet almost.
Yeah, well, it's worse than that, right? I mean, it looks kind of almost like a utility room or a storage closet or something.
Yeah.
I don't think there's probably not carpet on there.
Yeah.
He sets up a bench to work out on, and he has a mattress on the floor, and there's no curtains on the window. It's all it's all shitty. But he's there texting with somebody on his phone about like, we're in our new place, and I guess we got a new family, and we got a little brother here. He seems like a total fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Laura comes in. She's like, oh, who are you texting? You got a girlfriend? He's like, nah. Like, oh, is it a boyfriend? No, just a friend. Oh, what are you talking about? He's like, just stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
She's just getting all in his business. And
so awkward. This is my pet peeve. I do not like people prying about.
No. Well, looking over your shoulder while you're typing on your computer, like...
Yeah, it's like when you show someone a picture on your phone and then they start scrolling. Yeah, fuck off.
Yes. Have we not learned? Have we not learned, people? Yeah. Especially your phone, which has...
Pics.
Yeah.
None of them are mine. That's the thing.
Yeah.
However, you would think they were.
Dick pics than the fucking Epstein files. And then somehow he gets distracted and sets his phone down, and then like immediately turns back and sees that Laura has picked it up and she's looking through what he just texted. And he's like, hey, and he like grabs it from her and she just shrinks. She's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, like
and
she's being attacked.
Yeah, and he's like, hey, I'm sorry, I just don't like people going through my stuff. And she's like, it's fine. She pulls this card a few times, and again,
totally.
I mean, Sally Hawkins is amazing. I find it so infuriating. Like people who do this in real life, and she's doing such a great job doing this in this movie of where they're the ones who are perpetrating the action and they shrink even further back from the retaliation as if they're the one being attacked suddenly. They total reversal.
Yeah.
Or it's like they overreact to the find out portion of all of their fucking around.
Totally.
They've been fucking around, but when it comes time to find out, they're like, oh my God.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Oh, I've been injured.
But then she's leaving the room and she's like, oh, so Ollie's a fucking weirdo, is he? And she looks all wounded and leaves.
Yeah.
Because he did text that. And Andy just sitting there like, could this have gone any worse? Like, could my first impression have gone any worse on this? And it's kind of been orchestrated by her, which is just brilliant. Just brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's working out. He's drinking his protein shakes. He's trying to just live his life the best he can.
He's not gaining much in the weightlifting world. He's kind of struggling. You're right. He's protein shaking. He's pumping the weights. He's still a scrawny motherfucker.
Yeah. And Laura is getting used to the new kids in her house. She's staring at sleeping Piper, and late night watching VCR tapes of that crazy shit we saw in the beginning of the movie. Oh my God, what is this all about?
Yeah.
What is happening here? Well, Andy can't sleep that night. There's no curtains on his window. He's kind of looking up and he sees Laura and Ollie go outside into, is it a pool house?
Yeah, it's a pool house, I would say. It's next to the pool. It's a little shed.
It's a substantial structure and almost has a little bit of like a bunker feel to it, I won't lie.
Sure.
It's got a big, heavy locked door on it, but he sees them going in there. Doesn't necessarily know what that's about. But the next morning, Andy awakes and, he's wet his pants.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing. He wipes off a bunch of drool from his face. Like, what the fuck is going on?
That drool was disturbing, by the way. Anytime he's got drool all over it's like, the pillow's wet. I mean, this movie leans into realism. Like the vomit around Dad's mouth, the drool on Andy's face when he wakes up, and like you say, the piss too. This whole movie has a grungy, sickening kind of feeling, but yet is just so wonderfully done.
Yeah, it makes you cringe on a number of different levels.
Yeah.
And when we get into some of the gorier parts of this movie, I was just squinting hard at my TV like, my God, what am I watching?
There's some shout out loud moments in here.
Yeah. Well, they'll go to their dad's funeral here, and this is when Piper's like, what does he look like? And Andy can't even really look at his dad in the casket. He's like, hey, he looks good, Piper. Well, Laura will undermine him and be like, no, your brother didn't even look at him.
Yeah.
But Andy, you told me he was...
You said grapefruit.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Piper. And Laura kind of forces him to go back in there and say goodbye.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she's like, you gotta kiss your father, Andy. He's like, I really don't want to. She's like, no, you got to. You know, some people say the soul stays in the body for a few days, and it's important for you to say Okay, so he goes down. He goes down, and then she's like, you gotta kiss him on the lips.
Yeah,
it's like,
so
no,
creepy.
I don't want to. And it's again just this great, very real interaction where you can tell he doesn't want to, but he also feels like, I gotta make this woman kind of happy, but he can't do it. He won't do it. But she does it. And she also stoops down and snips off a lock of their father's hair.
Which still, after seeing it twice, doesn't make sense to me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I understand when she disposes of the hair later, but doesn't quite make sense to me why the father's hair would help.
Part of the ritual, as it were. Yeah. A lot of the ritual
doesn't
the
quite
history
make
of the
sense.
ritual. Well, they don't explain it.
No, they do not.
And they don't make any effort to explain it. And it's to me,
that's either frustrating or refreshing.
I just thought of it as like, that's not the story that they were telling.
True.
You know, they decided to take it from this point and then move forward.
Mm-hmm.
While they're out at the funeral, Ollie breaks out of his room, smashes through a window, and tries to get into that pool house bunker that we had seen before. Can't get in, just kind of heads to the chicken coop, looking hungry.
Oh, yeah.
But they're driving home. Laura, Piper, Andy, what do you do for fun? What do you want to do? Laura says. Piper's still a little mad at Andy, but Andy's like, let's get hammered.
Yeah.
And Laura is like, oh, you want to get hammered?
All right,
let's do it.
Yeah.
So they head back to the apartment. They start playing loud music. They start doing shots. I mean, it's surprising. And Andy's being protective about Piper. I don't think she should have that. But Laura's like, no, come on.
Yeah,
we're going to do
like,
shots.
It's okay.
We're going to do shots of this. I'm going to do vodka. All right, let's play music. Let's play Dad's song. They're jumping around. We're having this moment of unbridled joy as they're, a little bit of that Irish wake mentality is just getting drunk and letting their feelings kind of pour out.
Yeah, it's good. And this is one of those moments where I found her like oddly attractive. Like this is the getting the kindergarten teacher drunk and then fucking smoking a bong in the basement. And next thing you know, you're fucking 2 fingers deep, right? Yeah.
This is not how kindergarten was before.
Yeah.
I don't feel tardy.
Look at this MILF I'm just making feel like a trollop. The hidden desires inside.
Just brush all the finger paintings off the table down below.
Just knocking jars of paste out of the way. I'm going to have at you on top of a fucking pile of construction paper. I'm going to cut off your panties with blunt scissors.
Safety scissors.
Safety scissors.
These are lefties. Shit. Oh, yeah. Oh my God.
I apologize, Mom.
But it's also during this where Laura and Andy have this heartfelt monologue, and she's like, I was a counselor. You can talk to me. We don't even have to look at each other. So they sit back to back, and he's like, well, how did you cope with the loss of your daughter? And Laura has this really heartfelt monologue about missing her. Yeah. And it's super emotional. And Andy starts talking about Piper, and he mentions she was Dad's favorite. And Laura says, is that why you hit her? And Andy's like, what? Is that why you hit her? Who told you that? Wendy, their social worker. She told me. And so Andy reveals this whole thing about how he was abused by the dad and how there was all this trauma between the two of them. And at one point it boiled over when he was about 8 years old and he hit Piper in the face. And that's what the trouble was that he had been through that was mentioned by the social worker before. Yeah. But it's just such another great moment where she just twists it on him. There they are having this heartfelt bonding moment. And you think they're making some progress here. And then, is that why you hit her? And it just turns so sour all of a sudden. Yeah. So they're going to sleep, but Laura's going to be out and about, and she makes sure after Andy is passed out and Piper is passed out, and she's checking Andy's eyes. Andy. She pulls his lids back on his eyes. He's not waking up, and then she goes into the bathroom, and she pulls out a big measuring cup and squats, and she pees in the measuring cup. What the fuck is happening?
Yeah, I was like, what?
Takes the measuring cup down the hallway into Andy's room and pours it all over his pants. She's like making him believe that he is wetting the bed.
Fucking brilliant.
What is this fucking gaslighting insanity?
Yeah. Yeah. That's when she really starts to show the colors. I mean, you've been seeing it throughout the whole movie at this point with forgetting his name and edging him out of the picture and undermining him at the funeral and just every step. And just like, fuck, really? Wow. Okay. This movie is hitting it.
Yeah. Finally, she notices Ollie outside. I think he's been outside since they were at the funeral when he busted his hand through the window and was trying to get in that bunker. And she brings him back inside and she bandages his hand up and she's giving him a bath and she's saying things like, how can I know if you're really in there if I can't see you? And then the faucet comes on in the sink behind her in the bathroom and she looks there and the window's getting all steamy and then you catch this reflection of Ollie in the window and his eyes are all red and he's like all fucked up looking. And then she's looking at it again. And then all of a sudden you see like a demon. Yeah. It's like a demon reflection in the mirror before it shatters. Yeah. Startling. What the fuck is going on in this movie?
That was a makeup done on one of the brothers by Larry.
On one of the brothers?
Yeah, one of the directing brothers. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's cool.
Totally.
It's cool. You don't see it for very long.
No, it's got a name, too, and I can't remember. It's something like the Ashaya demon, or there's something that starts with an A or some kind of thing.
I am hooked into it at this point. What is going on in this movie?
The eyes are just nuts on that thing.
I am fully invested. Yeah. Well, the next morning, Andy wakes up. Oh, my God, I wet the bed again. He takes his clothes and stuff, bundles it in his sheets, bundles it up. He's going to take it into the laundry room, as he did before. Oh, Laura and Piper are already in the laundry room. She's like, oh, is that your laundry there? He's like, no, it's okay, I'll do it. She's like, no, I'll do it. He's like, no, I don't want to waste the water. And he's like, okay, and he hands it over. And then
she's like sniffing. Oh, piss.
Right in front of his sister.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know what's going on. And his sister was like, well, that's weird.
Yeah.
Well, look, we're going to go shopping. So you can stay here and why don't you take a shower? Yeah. But he does notice Ollie He's home alone with Ollie. All the girls are going out. And he's like, I'm going to talk to Ollie. And Ollie is being mute and he's being weird.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, are you hungry? And Andy pulls out like a cantaloupe. Well, this melon, it's going to cost something. You're going to have to talk to me, Ollie.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. He slices up the melon. He's got it sticking on the end of a knife. And he's like, all right, Ollie, so tell me a little something about yourself. And Ollie just grabs the knife. He doesn't grab the melon. He grabs like the blade of the knife. And Andy's like, oh, hold on there. Don't just grab the blade. But he's not going to keep a hold of it because the kid's he's just tightening his grip. He doesn't want to cut his fingers or whatever. So he lets go as Ollie puts the melon in his mouth.
Yeah.
And he continues to try and do the small talk thing or whatever. And
with his back turned.
Turns away to get something out of the cupboard. And then you just hear this.
Yeah.
And he turns back and Ollie he's chewing on the blade of the knife.
Oh, it's going so fucked up
in between his two front teeth.
Yeah.
And just
chipping and breaking. And this is a really great dental appliance done by a guy named Jack Charlton, who does a lot of dental appliances.
Terrifying.
In Australia. He's like really well known for it. If it's teeth in Australia film, Jack has probably done it. They lower the profile of the teeth. It's like a sculpted teeth that are lower than his actual teeth. So you can really get the destruction of the teeth and get to the gums before you get to where his real teeth are. And it's channeled. And there's a fake blade that he's chewing on. And they even have a fake head of Ollie that they're trying to wrestle the knife, a real knife, out of the mouth. And there's a bit of wire on the lip. So when they pull the knife out, the wire tears through the lip and causes the lip to split. So all together with the makeup on Ollie and the fake teeth and the fake head, fucking really well done. Again, by the Scarecrew team and Larry.
That's a Melbourne Teeth Minute?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is so intense.
Super
Both times
intense.
I watched it. Well, Andy's freaking out.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't freak out? Terrifying.
Yeah.
Ollie, we got to get you out here. And he's dragging him out of the house. And he gets to a certain point, and then Ollie is like refusing to move.
Yeah.
Oh, he's struggling against. He doesn't say anything. He's just kind of like screaming and crying. And his feet are sort of digging into the ground. He's getting dragged across the gravel. And then you see like there's this white.
Yeah, the white
stripe
painted line that's painted around the entire house.
Yeah, and as soon as Ollie crosses that threshold, he really flips out. He starts seizing up, convulsing. He falls on the ground, screaming, and Andy lifts up his shirt, and his belly starts vibrating and moving. And what is happening here?
It's great.
Ollie finally says something in this moment, like through the gore in his mouth. He says something like, I don't know if it's help me or where am I?
It is. I'm pretty sure it is help me.
Well, as this is happening, Laura and Piper pull up, and Laura is immediately out of her car. What is he doing outside? What is he doing outside? She's freaking out.
Yeah.
She grabs him. She's like, we got to bring him back inside. And Andy is like losing his mind too, because whatever the fuck is happening to this kid is unnatural. And so Laura brings him back inside. She locks Ollie in the room with her. You cut to inside the bedroom, and she's watching that VHS tape again.
Yeah, she turns it on, and Ollie is screaming so loud, and she turns up crazy music.
Yeah.
Crazy, insane music.
So that they can't hear on the other side of the door what is going on.
Yeah.
But Ollie now is talking a little bit, and he is looking at her like, where am I?
Yeah, doesn't he say, who are you, or where am I?
I think so,
Yeah.
And you get the feeling that this kid has been taken over or possessed with something up to this moment. So watching the tape, she's able to do this little ritual where she rubs some circles on his forehead and eventually brings him back under control.
If only that worked on everybody.
Before. Wouldn't it be nice?
Oh, man.
Wouldn't it be nice? Fuck, I wish it would work on me, honestly.
Yeah.
There are times I'd be like, can you just do that thing on my forehead so I just like calm the fuck down?
With me, you just play Steely Dan for some
Yes.
odd reason. Like, I'll be like, you motherfuckers, and I hate this fucking... Oh, hey. Oh, Steely Dan. Okay, cool. Yeah, I won't lose that number. It oddly calms the beast. It's very strange. Some
That's
people
all right,
hate Steely Dan. I'm like,
Hey.
okay.
At least you've discovered this about yourself.
That's true. I've discovered a lot of things about myself over the years. Most of these we're not going to talk about.
Steely Dan's one of those weird bands that you're like, oh, this is so catchy. And then you listen to the lyrics and you're like,
Yeah.
are you talking about dying from drunk driving right now?
Yeah. Are you talking
What?
about murder?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it named after a vibrator in
It is.
Clockwork Orange?
Yeah, the Steely Dan. Yeah. Mhm. Indeed it is.
Yeah. And yet it sounds like jazz for dummies. So
This has been a musical dildo minute.
it's been a while since we've had one of those.
I cannot remember the last time, actually.
Well, Laura's furious when she gets back out. You just break into my room, and when I'm not here, you gotta respect my privacy.
Yeah.
Instantly turning it back on Andy.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ, the way she's just twisting it in him every chance she gets.
She's turning Piper against him at this point.
Yeah.
Piper is starting to believe the lie.
Yeah, and this is also when you get that overhead shot of the house where you see that, in fact, there is a circle that goes around the whole property.
Yeah.
So this entire house is contained within some sort of magic circle, as it were.
I think this is also when it starts to rain,
Yes.
where it's going to rain for days. And you've also
Yep.
seen that she's been checking the weather, like she's looking
Yep.
for it to rain. And then there's all these close-ups of the white starting to like slide off of the tree. And I was like, all this is just so deliberate as far as like the directing and the way they shot it. And I'm like, fuck, man, really? Come on. There's no way you guys are this. There's no way. This is directed by Scorsese and someone else. Francis Ford Coppola was there.
Yeah, they directed this in between downloading the new DLC for Destiny.
Yeah, exactly. They directed this in between bong rips.
It's great. Yeah, so it's starting to rain, and this is also when Andy finally takes a shower, right? And he's taking a shower. Now, this part of the movie is a little bit weird.
It's a little more supernatural than everything else.
Yes. Yes. And unconnected, I feel, to the other supernatural elements, which I'm fine with. Like, as he's taking a shower, he turns around and his dad is there.
Zombie version of dad, yeah.
Yeah, the puke is still around his mouth. It's very troubling looking. His eyes are all bloodshot and stuff. And
he's got basically Ollie's eyes.
He does. And Andy will peek around the shower door and see his dad, and he kind of comes out there, and then, whoop, he slips on the floor and smacks his head into the floor of the bathroom and is knocked unconscious. I think maybe, does the dad say something to him?
The dad said, don't let her in the rain, she'll die in the rain.
She'll die in the rain. Andy is going to wake up in the hospital with a concussion. Yeah. And, Piper and Laura have continued to bond in the house while he's in the hospital, and he's kind of out of it. In Andy's eyes, he's been wetting the bed. He's been seeing things. Ollie freaked out. Ollie bit the knife. Andy just feels like he's losing touch.
She's doing a masterful job of driving him nuts.
Oh, she is. She is. And I think, is this the scene where she says the thing?
It is. This is so good.
Yeah, he's like, you got to keep Piper out of the rain. My dad said she'll die in the rain. And how does it come about?
She says something like, you just think that because your dad died in the shower where I killed him.
Yeah, do you just think that because I killed your dad in the shower?
Yeah.
And it's so subtle and it's so underplayed, honestly. Like,
and she just goes on into the next sentence.
Yeah.
Like she didn't even say it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's almost like she's just preying on his semi-concussed state and just planted a seed. She just dropped it on the ground and kept going. It's so insidious and so terrible.
And then there was a part of me that thought, well, wait a minute. Did she seek out the visually impaired girl?
Yeah.
With a single father? Kill the father?
I was
like, that's a little far-fetched to think that.
I feel like if that were true, we would have gotten
another clue.
We would have gotten a reveal that is actually what happened.
Yeah, I think so too. But it was interesting enough to at least make me question it.
I think these guys made I keep saying deliberate filmmaking. I think if that had been their intention, it would have been a lot clearer.
Sure.
As it is, it's just kind of a sick, insidious little way to fucking mess with him some more.
Yeah.
And also, he's like, you got to keep her out of the rain. And she's like, I promise I will.
Cut to
them dancing in the
Piper,
rain.
Let's go out in the rain. It's just rain. Come on, we'll have fun. Immediately, seconds later.
Kidding me. Yeah, dancing in the rain. And it's just so infuriating and amazing, you know. And we're getting some flashbacks right now, too, to Laura's daughter, Kathy, by the pool. Also blind, just like Piper is. And Laura says, come into the boathouse with me for a second. And she finds a sweater, a purple sweater, puts it on Piper. This was Kathy's favorite sweater.
Yeah.
You look great, and ties Piper's hair back with a scrunchie, presumably Kathy's scrunchie. It is just so apparent she's making Piper stay in Kathy's bedroom. At one point, she's measuring Piper's height on the wall.
She's the same height as Kathy? Did you notice that?
As Kathy.
Yeah.
Yes, everything seems to be lining up here.
Yeah.
Do you want to stay with me, after Andy turns 18? And Piper's like, well, we're really excited about getting our own place, but we'll come visit you on the weekends.
Yeah, she's being sweet.
Uh-huh. Well, I want to show you something else then.
Yeah.
And she opens up the freezer, and she's like, go ahead, feel it. And she opens the freezer, and Ollie is there, because you see Ollie pass her by in this scene. Just all of a sudden, you're like, what the fuck's that about?
Yeah.
Opens the freezer, kind of Ollie is crouching behind it. And Piper feels this knob there, this blue knob. What is that? And Laura's like, oh, it's just meat. And kind of pans back, and it is the frozen corpse of her daughter in the fucking freezer.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. So good. So good.
Yikes.
And was it just before this, or is it just after this that she's watching the videotape with the daughter on it? And Piper comes in. Oh, you can't sleep.
Oh,
yeah, I can't either. Is that your daughter on the tape? Yeah, you can play it if you want. She's playing more of the tape. And you see Ollie in the tape, but it's the real Ollie with red curly hair, which earlier in the film, Ollie's got a shaved head, or he's got like a buzz cut. Yeah. And she says to Andy, what does he look like? And he goes, oh, he's cute. He's looking at you and smiling, neither of which is true.
Yeah.
And then Laura looks at Andy and kind of winks and goes, oh, yeah, he's got curly red hair. And then you find out later the actual Ollie did have curly red hair, because we're about to find out this is not Ollie.
This is not Ollie at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we get another scene now that reveals a little bit more of the mystery, too, of the ritual after the corpse has been revealed. We see Laura drawing the little circles on Ollie's head, watching the VHS tape again, and you're getting some subtitles in there about mimicking the victim.
Yeah.
And
consuming the body.
Consuming the body. And then purging the body into the vessel or whatever.
Yeah.
And so you're able to start connecting the dots.
Okay, wait. So I gotta
weird thing.
I gotta eat somebody, and then I gotta puke them into someone else. Yeah, sure. All right, that tracks. Russian VHS tape.
Andy is finally making his way home, and he's working out, but it's been thunderstorming this whole time, and the pool is starting to fill up. And after he's back home, and the clues, the pieces of the puzzle are starting to fall in place, you see Laura take Andy's body spray
Oh, yeah.
And she sprays it all around her. And at night, while Piper is sleeping, she's standing over Piper.
She's looming.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then just wham! Just punches her right in the face while she's sleeping and runs out of the room.
And that looked so good. It looked like she really clubbed that little girl right in the fucking face.
It sure did.
It had to be like a split screen thing or something because it really looked like she fucking punched her.
Yeah. And the next morning, because Andy has been sleeping through it again because he's being drugged by Laura. He just doesn't know it. The next morning, Laura's attending to Piper, and Andy comes in the room, and Piper turns around and has a big black eye. Oh, do you want to explain this? Laura says something like that. He's like, what are you talking about?
Show him.
She's like, you hit your sister. And he's like, no, I didn't do that. And Piper's like, it sure smelled like you because Laura had put on his body spray. Oh my God.
Yeah. Fucking Laura.
I swear to God, I didn't hit you. I didn't do it. And they start to get into a little bit of an argument, him and Laura, and he sees Ollie out by the pool again. And now Andy's starting to get wise, maybe, that something is happening, and he's decided that he's going to take a photo of Ollie by the pool.
Yeah. She does not like this.
No. So she's struggling to get the phone out of his hand. And did you notice that for a brief second, there was kind of like that demon again?
I didn't.
In that bit.
Is it like in the window? Or in the camera?
In the camera when he's looking at it. Because the window, there's like water running down the window. And like for maybe half a frame, it looks like that demon thing.
I'll have to watch it again. Because that's cool.
It's very cool. But it ends in like a struggle. Yeah. And Laura's struggling with Andy. I think she throws his phone on the floor, and he's really just trying to get away from her, but she ends up falling down. And then she starts wailing like, oh my God, he's thrown me on the ground. Piper, of course, just is hearing this commotion and is like, Andy, what are you doing? And he's obviously getting frustrated and more defensive. And he ends up pushing Laura against the wall. And as things get more heated, he just punches into the wall. Laura starts wailing and crying. And Piper's like, stop. So Andy is like, fuck it, I got to get out of here. There's some fucked up shit going on.
Yeah.
And he goes to see the caseworker, Wendy. And while he's waiting for her, he sees a missing poster on a wall. There's like missing kids.
That's clearly Ollie.
And one of them is Ollie.
Yeah.
And he tries to appeal to the counselor.
This is when this movie really starts to explode and take off.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the fuse has been lit up to this point. Now the rocket engine starts. He's at the caseworker. He's pleading. She's like, oh, we got to call. We got to make sure. Yeah, I got to come over. And
he's like, did you do any research at all before you paired us with this woman?
And she's like, she worked here for 20 years. She's our best counselor. Yeah. So good.
He pulls out the missing poster and he's like, look, this little boy is in her house even. And you gotta go. Well, first she's like, well, let me call her. And he's like, no.
Yeah.
You can't call her.
You just gotta go.
You gotta go. Well, meanwhile, shit has gone a little bit crazy in that fucking house.
Oh, yeah. Right? Ollie is doing a who on the fucking hotel room.
He is, man.
Yeah.
He bites fucking Laura in the arm.
Yeah.
Just
tears a
draws blood.
He's drinking milk like fucking.
Just bites the bottom of the carton, so it's just all pouring on him. That's a great shot.
He's doing
That's
a Keith
great
Moon
shot.
Oh, it's a great. Yeah. There's fucking cereal on the floor. He's standing and everything is just smashed and broken and thrown around and emptying the fridge and throwing things. Yeah, it's definitely a who in the hotel room for sure.
Also, when you get that scene where Ollie is looking at the counter and then he just bites into the counter.
Holy shit.
Until his teeth break.
Yeah.
On the counter. He tears a chunk out of it, but also like his 2 front teeth are like one of them just snaps in there.
Yeah. Again, that's that tooth appliance, right? The fake teeth appliance that is over his actual teeth. It comes down a little bit lower than his teeth do. And he's got a multi-stage makeup on at this point. He's got a bloated belly. He's got cheek pieces. He's got bumps on his head that look like his head is starting to get misshapen. He's got those contacts in his eyes. At this point, this is a 5-hour makeup on the kid.
Wow.
And the kid would sit for it, and he's super hyper, too, Larry said. It's tough to get the kid to sit down. They would have to take multiple breaks, and then they would just like haul ass through it. And he's working with another artist that's giving him a hand. I forget her name at the moment. And it's a great fucking makeup and a great look. And these teeth, what they did is they were pre-broken and then glued back into place, just sort of like tacked with glue. And then he's chewing on a balsa wood countertop. And the kid loved chewing on that balsa wood countertop. Like it was fun. Like it was fun to do with these fake teeth and have them break and snap and come apart. It is so fucking effective. It is one of the most disturbing things I've seen in a movie in forever. And it made Grace get up and walk out of the room. And that hasn't happened since Bone Tomahawk, where the dude's getting cut in half. That moment made Grace go, "That's enough." And she got up and left. And what's funny is Mom texted me the other day about Bone Tomahawk, and I was like, "I don't think that one's for you." And she was like, "Yeah, I watched it. It's not that good." I'm like, well, didn't you think it was too brutal? It wasn't that brutal. I'm like, Jesus, Mom.
Not that brutal.
Go threaten someone with an Uzi or something.
Wow.
Why are the police coming over? Who did you yell at today?
Well, I brought Bone Tomahawk to the church group this Sunday.
We watched Bone Tomahawk after the 700 Club.
Oh my gosh. But yes, that teeth moment. I also heard that one of them, I don't know if it was the knife or this moment, but they also said that they used a magnet on one of the teeth as well. Like, so
kind of hold it into place.
Yeah, and pop it. It would pop out with a magnet. I thought,
and then just snap back in. Yeah.
Pretty fucking cool as well. Yeah. Yes, it is insane. And then he does a thing where he takes a chunk out of his arm and he peels the flesh back like a giant hangnail.
Oh, man.
Holy shit.
This whole sequence is fucked.
Cringe after cringe after cringe. And
so well
Laura will eventually get him back under control by tracing this bloody circle on the window and get him locked up again. So now Andy is on his way home with the caseworker, and he is calling his sister to say, "Hey, listen, there's something wrong with Laura. All of this stuff is messed up. And just so you know, like, Dad hit me when we were growing up. I had this problem, but I love you very much." And he's having a heartfelt conversation. Well,
I would never hurt you, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Piper doesn't have her phone. Laura's got her phone. She's listening to the voicemail that says they're on the way over with the caseworker. So she just springs into cleaning mode because this place is just
kind of a hilarious scene.
Yeah.
With this crazy fucking music.
Yeah, she is bouncing around the house. She's cleaning up everything. She's wrapped her arm, which is still bleeding, in the towel, and she's sweeping everything. There's broken glass, there's splinters of wood, there's fucking milk all over the floor. It's just fucking crazy. And Andy and Wendy get to the house, and Wendy, the caseworker's like, "You stay here. I don't want to cause any more trouble. I'll go up there and I will talk to Laura." So she heads to the front door while Andy's not staying there. He sneaks out the car, sneaks out the back, and he's going to go around to the back side and check out the pool house. Well, Wendy gets in there.
Everything seems fine.
Yeah, Laura's got her hair up in a towel and a bathrobe on. She's like, "Oh, sorry, I was just in the shower, and what do you need?" "Oh," Wendy explains what's been going on, and look, she has to take a look around the house. She's sure it's nothing. "I'm sorry that we're having this problem with Andy." And she goes through the whole house.
Yeah.
And everything looks clean. Everything looks cool. You're right.
She's been hauling ass. She's like,
"No, ma'am, we're not."
No. Okay, and she gets to the very front door. She's like, well, sorry to trouble you. I'm going to bother you. And Laura's like, hey, it's fine. It's okay. And she rubs her face.
Yes, kind of scratches her face. Leaves a smear of blood.
A smear of blood. And Wendy's like, oh.
You're bleeding, love.
Oh, sorry. And she's like, oh, what did you do to your arm? And then it just slowly starts to fall apart.
She completely unravels.
And Laura completely unravels, and it's so good. She starts pleading with Wendy,
She's
like, no, Wendy, look, you just have to leave it alone. I'm trying to do something here.
I've
almost got it done.
We can bring her back.
Please stop. And she's clawing into Wendy, and Wendy's like, well, I don't know what you've been doing. And she moves away, and it tears Wendy's coat open.
Yeah,
but Wendy
she's kind of Earl Campbelling out of her jersey at this point.
Yes, she is. Earl Campbelling indeed. Laura collapses on the ground. No! Just like wailing again. Like, what?
Yeah.
It's all falling apart. And Wendy meets Andy out front, and he's like, you have got to check out back in the pool house because he has broken the lock on it.
Ollie eating the body of Kathy. Yeah.
Yes. And so he brings Wendy back there, and they don't show it again. I think Wendy's just like, oh, shit. And they just start running back towards the car.
She's taken off like Rerun.
Yeah.
They are hauling ass.
And they certainly don't know what's happening when a car comes up behind them and absolutely crushes Wendy and knocks Andy out of the way. Wendy just gets absolutely annihilated by this car, smashed into the other one.
Great Wendy dummy, too, by the way. Great full Wendy dummy. Again, created by Larry and his team.
Oh, absolutely obliterated. And Andy is there on the ground as the rain is coming down, and he's hurt and he can't really move. And Laura has gotten out of the car, and she goes over to him, and she just turns his face down into the puddle and drowns him. And it was so shocking.
It was so shocking.
I did not think.
I'm like, Andy is supposed to be the hero. Andy saves this little girl, right?
Right.
No. Then I'm like, who the fuck is going to save this little girl if everyone is dead?
I started getting some really bad feelings.
Yeah.
I had already had some bad feelings about this movie, but I was like, oh my God, how is this going to end?
Yeah. All of a sudden, it's like, I can't see how this could be a happy ending. Not anymore.
And Laura goes to pick up Piper from the game.
Yeah.
And brings Piper back home.
And the fact that Piper is visually impaired and cannot see the disarray that everything is in.
Yeah.
The smashed up car window that she's sitting in. You know?
Yeah.
She's sitting in the car.
That's right.
And the front windshield is smashed.
It's all smashed up. That's right.
But she has no idea.
Such a good detail. Such a good detail. So they get home. Wendy's phone is ringing. Oh, whose phone is that, says Piper. And Laura's like, oh, it's mine. I just changed my ringtone. Do you like that one? She's like, oh, yeah, well, can you call mine too? Because she doesn't have her phone, right? Sure, love. And Laura's in the other room going through Wendy's pockets because she's brought the bodies back into the house. I mean, I don't know why you'd bring them into the house. Maybe just leave them outside somewhere.
Yeah. This is when you hear Andy's voice.
Yeah. And that's an interesting bit too, right? In terms of the supernatural not quite lining up. This is one moment that leaves me with a question.
But also mentioned in the Russian video, the mimicking of the dead. The mimicking of the victim.
Now, see, I had thought that meant that they should try to mimic the victim in terms of size, shape, and method of death and the way they were supposed to die.
See, I took it also as the demon. It's actually called the Atari demon.
Atari?
Yeah. I don't think it's a 2600, but
it
isn't
a 7800, no doubt.
It's absolutely. But yeah, it's the demon mimicking the person that it consumes.
Okay, well, so Andy's voice comes up there and Piper sort of follows him up.
Yeah.
Oh, who is that? It's just Ollie. And Piper gets up there and she manages to touch Ollie. And Ollie is so fucked up at this point.
Oh man, he's a mess.
Yeah.
misshapen head, buzz cut, his teeth. Again, 5-hour makeup on this kid. And you're gritting your teeth because you know that she cannot see him. And he's just there. So disturbing.
But the jig is up.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's like, what?
She's
kind
starting
of hair
to get it.
Does Ollie have?
Oh, red and curly and long.
No, it's not red and curly.
No.
Well, where's Andy? What happened to Andy? Well, Andy had an accident. And Piper gets wind of it and makes a break for it. Can't get out the front door.
Let's win.
Goes into the bathroom on the side, locks herself in there, and lo and behold, there's Andy's body in there. Andy, please wake up. Oh, it's heartbreaking.
It is. It's fucking heartbreaking.
Absolutely heartbreaking.
Just like when she was trying to get her dad to come back. Yeah.
Laura grabs a knife to unlock the door. Essentially, she opens the door, drags Piper out of there. There's a little bit more of a struggle. Piper makes another break for it and bang, smacks into a post and knocks herself out.
Man, yeah.
And then we get Laura dragging her towards the pool.
Which is now half full of water because it's been raining for 3 days.
Half full of water, dragging her towards the pool. Wearing her daughter's sweater. Ollie is on the side of the pool. Something weird is happening to its torso. It's like bubbling out his throat. It looks like he's getting ready to purge himself into
consuming.
the vessel. Yeah.
At this point, he's consumed chickens. He's consumed a bite of mom. Presumably
countertop,
Andy,
a little bit of a knife,
countertop,
some cantaloupe.
Knife. Yeah. He hasn't pooped. Which is why he's got a belly, like a 6-month pregnant person.
He does. He looks pregnant. Piper's been KO'd. Laura brings her into the middle of the pool.
You know, he actually did eat a cat, too, but they cut that out.
Well, a couple times he had that cat, and it wasn't looking so good.
No, it did not look like it was going to end favorably.
Well, Laura starts to drown Piper in the pool. And it's great because she looks remorseful as she's doing it.
Yeah.
You know, she just puts her into the pool and Piper kind of comes to and wakes up and starts screaming under the water. And she comes up for air and she's struggling and Laura puts her back down in there and it's hard to watch. And then finally Piper comes up for air and she calls Laura Mom.
Yep.
Which is something that
Laura's been wanting. Yeah.
Yeah, she had said earlier, like, you can call me Mom if you want. And Piper was like, no. I don't think so.
Or she say, maybe I'll think about it.
Something like that. It just wasn't happening. But it does happen in this moment. And Laura lets her go.
Yeah.
Essentially, she can't do it. And I think if this hadn't been such a good actress, or if the movie hadn't been so well written up to this point and so well made, I would find the villain, for lack of a better word, because although she is the bad guy in this,
yeah, totally.
She has very human motivations for wanting to bring her daughter back. I get that. And it just like completely drove her crazy and clouded her mind. And I think that this is cool that she just gives up.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally.
I didn't need her to struggle and die in the struggle.
I didn't need the cops to show up and shoot her or anything like that. No. This was good.
As a character journey, I love the fact that she was like, I can't do this. Yeah. She got all this way, presumably had done all of this, and is like, I can't do it in the end. And to me, that's just because Sally Hawkins is amazing, and this is a good script, and it's well directed. So Piper will get out of the pool. Well, it's not over yet because Ollie does make a lunge for her. There's another little struggle there.
Ollie's still hungry.
Manages to get away. Piper sort of rolls down a hill, runs to the road, and gets picked up pretty quickly. Like a car just happens to be going by, and Piper flags it down, or it stops for her, and she manages to get away. And then Ollie, he's sort of tracked her to the edge of the circle and sees a missing poster, the missing poster that Andy had brought with him and had come out of the car door at one point. And Ollie moves past the circle and begins to freak out and convulse. And then we just get a little bit of denouement where Piper is in the car, hearing the voiceover of her brother and seeing a jet fly overhead that they had talked about before.
Yeah, that's what happened when you die.
It's like just getting on a jet plane.
You take a plane somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah. It's something that has happened a few times in the movie, so wraps that up, and the cops come and they find Ollie on the ground. He's way fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
But he's in possession of his old personality.
Yeah.
His name is Connor Bird. He's the kid that's gone missing.
Yeah.
And then the cops go to Laura's place, and she is in the pool, clutching the dead body of her daughter.
Yep.
And sort of, I assume she's dead in the pool with her.
I assume as well. It's not 100% clear, but it doesn't really need to be. It's still an emotional ending.
Oh my God.
Where you're just like, fuck.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. And it may not sound like an emotional ending.
Oh God.
Like, Mom, if you're listening to this, which I know you are probably for the 4th time now. Have you watched the movie yet, Mom? Because I honestly think you would like it.
It is incredibly emotional because it's grounded in something I think that we can all fundamentally understand.
Yeah.
Losing a loved one and wanting to do anything you can to bring them back.
Sure.
And it's always grounded in this reality of the situation. And that's why it's such an emotional payoff in the end. It's why it's so powerful in the end. Because
that's why this episode is so long, because it's worth it.
It is. It is fucking worth it.
Yeah. It is. The movie's great. Like I said, it's my favorite movie of the year.
It's definitely up there. It's definitely one of my favorites of this year, and it's certainly my favorite performance.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
Anything else we need to say before we have Tyler take us out?
Find us on the socials. Get a review in, screenshot it, send it to the whole damn thing 13@gmail.com because the contest is about to end. We're giving away a couple of t-shirts to some lucky fans. And yeah, find us on patreon.com, the whole damn thing, patreon.com for all kinds of extra goodies and gets you into our fun little community. So,
and if you got anything else to tell us, the whole damn thing 13@gmail.com. Send us an email. We love chatting with our community and our fans. Or if you think we're totally off base and you're like, Bring Her Back was a piece of shit, and you want to let us know that way, feel free. Or if you think like Pet Sematary was that I'm out of my mind for not liking that movie,
I think you are.
To hear about it.
I think you're a little out of your mind for not liking that movie. Maybe not as much as
Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. No.
Yeah.
Pet Sematary is better than Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. I will give it that.
You get fucked.
It is better than that. Yeah, for sure.
No way.
All right.
Tyler, take us out
before we get into a fight.
The head, the tail, the whole damn thing.
And that ends another episode of The Head, the Tail, the Whole Damn Thing with industry professionals Mike D. McCarthy and James Knight. I'm your announcer on location from Casablanca, Morocco, Tyler Patton. Join us next time for Deadly Friend and Megan 2. I hope they score Megan 2 really high. I really enjoyed that movie. It was funny and it was had the right amount of gore and but I love robots, so it's a different kind of review. I just hope they scored it high. It had a good feel. It was like an 80s or 90s kind of movie with self-aware and some funny one-liners. Took itself not too seriously, but I don't think it did very well in the box office. Anyway, see you next time.